Alrighty. Happy Wednesday evening, everybody. Hope you guys are having a great week so far. To make things a little easier for you, we're going to have our usual comfy Final Fantasy XIV midweek stream. We got the Moonfire Faire to look forward to this week, which should be a lot of fun. I've done the previous like 10, I guess, of them. It's once a year. So, hey, Joe. Hey, K Quill, welcome. And then, of course, Jen, thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate that. You caught me when I hadn't set up my mic and anything earlier, but thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So we are going to have... Oops. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's just a bot. We're going to do the Moonfire Faire tonight and see how long that takes. I did also level up my Reaper to 100, so at some point we'll get to do the melee role quests, although that could be like a next week thing. Plus, there's a whole set of Cornservant quests, because I want to get that little Cornservant minion, and I would assume the quests that go along with the minion are probably funny, because it's a giant, I mean not giant, it's a big talking corn stalk. But a cute one. So I'm very curious about why the hell this is a quest or a quest line. Yeah, long time no see. How you been doing? Yeah, let's get into it and then we can continue with the chats.
My name is Gaddis Ronfa, the warrior of light. And this is my world. My story. The lands I've traveled. The friends I've made. The enemies I've fought. The boundaries I've broken. And the lives I've changed. In your darkest hour, in the blackest night, when you need me, I will be with you. So let us be about it!
Okay. Always accidentally mute my mic, because I don't want to be, like, talking during the intro thingy. Yes, welcome everybody. As you may be able to hear, there's sound effects, but I think it's a little too... Oh, it's not quite nighttime. It's the Moonfire Faire festival. In the evening, in Final Fantasy XIV, you get to see fireworks and all kinds of fun stuff. It's not quite evening, so we're waiting here on top of my neighbor's house. So if anybody has gotten the new housing facades, let me show you what this looks like. The big one actually has this whole, like, it's like a big tree stump on the top of the building that actually has, like, seats and chairs and stuff, which is really interesting. But it's like almost like a little jump puzzle to get to, because it's not straightforward. So it's very interesting that this exists. I don't know why it does, but I like it anyway. Hey, Cryptic, welcome. Yeah, oh, wait. You can see the fireworks. Okay, let's jump. Oh my god! Okay, jump too far. Yay. And I think some of these fireworks continue into the Rising event, which I believe is next month? Like, one of the fireworks will have the little meteor.
If I say Zevran is my one and only love, do you know who I am?
Oh. Wait. Would that be... Okay, there's two people, right? You could either be Creakers, or you could be Demon Girl. Because I think both of you guys like Zevran. But, I mean, who doesn't like Zevran, really? I need to actually romance him. At some point. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I had my suspicions. Because you're... I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but for whatever reason... In the chat, you have the same pink color that you had before, even though the name is different. But I don't know if that's like associated with the Twitch account or if it just is randomized. just finished my first playthrough after 300 hours last night, starting... Oh, you talking about Baldur's Gate? How did that go? Did you get a good ending? And then you're gonna do Dark Urge? That's what you meant, right? Not Surge, Dirge? Dark Urge is a lot of fun. I'm too much of a goody two-shoes, like I couldn't be super evil, but if you can be, then you'll get like a lot out of it. Oh, you know what? If we're going to the beach, we need to get a beach outfit. I need to... Let's go to... let's go to... I guess Tuliolal is the fastest one. We gotta go to our glamour dresser, and we gotta get an outfit for the beach. Because I'm not wearing this fucking full armor set while we're doing beach things. So let's get ourselves properly equipped. Beach, beach, beach. Alright, okay. Let's see. Do we want to be... You know what? I'll be Pictomancer just because I could do that little, like, splurge run thing. Wait. Did I have a glamour plate with a beach outfit? I might have deleted it to make room. They need to add more glamour plates. 20 sounds like a lot, but for all your jobs, it's really not nearly enough. Yeah, I think I deleted it. I probably deleted it to make room for this outfit, which now I don't even wear anymore. A romance chart, Will and Karlak. Wait. Oh. I saw the period as a comma initially, and I was like, how did you romance all those guys? Will and Karlak are in Avernus. Astarion and Gale are not ascended. That's good. I plan on romancing Karlak for my Dirge play. Oh, that's kind of interesting for Dirge, considering that she's like the goody two-shoes, right? I wonder if you'll clash with her a lot. It's too bad they don't do something similar to like one thing I thought was actually kind of interesting about Dragon Age 2 is that you could do not just a friendship like a positive romance. You could also do a rivalry like romance where, you know, it's like I don't want to say hate sex because there's weird connotations with that, but like you guys could like almost despise each other enough to like be really like intense with one another. But you can't really do that in Baldur's Gate. It's like if they don't like you, they just don't get with you like at all. 7 Rebirth remains to be my all-time favorite game, but BG3 is definitely top 3. It's so good. It's really, really good. Toxic emo elf romance. Yeah, like both, I mean, because everybody's kind of wacky in Dragon Age 2, but like specifically Anders and Fenris, if you're rivals with them, it's really weird. I actually think the Fenris rivalry is like okay, but the one that's really interesting is being a rival with Anders, because it actually makes him more angsty. From what I remember, if you're rivals with him because you basically say that the, you know, being part of justice and stuff is bad most of the time, it actually starts fucking up his view of like him being combined with justice. Like he actually starts saying like, oh, I shouldn't have done this. And he gets like super angsty about it, which is interesting. He doesn't do that if you're essentially friends with him. He just acts like, oh yeah, we're bonded, whatever. Like it's not as big of a deal to him. I think you could do that as a Selûnite if you romance Shadowheart. Oh, well, but I mean, I guess it also depends, like, what her path ends up being, right? If she actually re-embraces Selûne, or if she doesn't. You have to, yeah, Meryl. Hey, there's people that pick friendships with Meryl. I don't know what it is, but hey. Hey, Coda, welcome. Here, while I chat, let's get ourselves a nice, festive outfit? Let's see. I know I got a lot of beach stuff. It might be in my armoire. Is this beachy? This is more tropical island. Although, God, I hate that color. I would have to change the color. This tie-on looks questionable. Island resort shirt. Actually, wait. Hold on. How does this dye? I kind of like the fit of this shirt. And then the little, like, it comes with some interesting little necklaces. You think you're going to do Dawn Trail raids? I don't know. I've been really busy, like, when I'm either not working or streaming. Because I have a really big backlog. If anybody's been following my YouTube channel, I have to edit all of my Dawn Trail MSQ experience into more bite-sized, like they're about an hour or so a piece episodes. So that just eats up all my extra leftover time. So I don't really have like a ton of time to do raids, at least for this tier. I did the normal ones, which are fun. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to do Savage, at least for this go around. I've heard it's, I wouldn't say like easy, but like a lot of people are almost like complaining that it's not that difficult. I mean, wow. For the average person, I'm sure they would like it not to be super difficult, but for like the people that want like a challenge, it's probably a bummer. Let's see. Not black. The problem is there's like a lot of natural green in this thing. I don't really want it to be blue. I mean, the default... Actually, the default doesn't look that bad, if I just keep that. Okay. If I do that... And then I do... I need some shorts. Oh my god, look at these shorts. Look at... like, Daisy Dukes. He has no ass. Or, like, very flat. And then for some reason, why is this bandana tied around his leg? What is that? I hate those. Those are kind of casual. I wonder if they would go with his top. Whoops. Oh, shit. Oh, that's right. I have to get rid of all the... I need, like, bracelets or something to get rid of the arm guards so that doesn't look weird. The first tier is usually more forgiving. Yeah, I guess that's true. Well, they may also tweak... If people are complaining too much that this one's too easy, that means they're probably going to tweak the next one so it's not as easy. The Vacationer's Wrist Torques. This one also has, like... nail gloss? Or nail polish? I don't think I like the nail polish. Can you change the color of that? Oh, well, I guess not really. How about the wristwatch? That's more normal. Okay, let's do that. Oh, the shorts. Yeah, they're so short. It's not leaving a whole lot to the imagination on his little butt and other parts. Okay, so shoes. We need some sandals. What are these sandals? Those are interesting. I don't know if I don't like all the straps on that. Oh, those are kind of cute. Little flip-flops. What is this little, like, lanyard he has around his... Let's see. Recreational shoes. Oh, God. Make him look like a preppy guy. Maybe not that. How about these ones? No, there's like a weird ballet shoes, kind of. Maybe the flip-flop ones were better. Let's go with that. Okay. So now we just need pants. His legs, yeah, that's how I like him. Long legs. Oh god, the Aquaman. I mean, that's technically something you wear on the beach, but wow, it makes his legs look super long. He actually seems like he has more of a butt with these than he did with the shorts. Somehow, you know what it is? The pockets are weirdly inverted where it makes it look like almost his butt goes inwards, even though it doesn't. Like it's doing some optical illusion effect to my eyes. What if I don't want this to be green. Although, kind of goes with his top. What color goes with this shit? I need like... Oh, actually! What is this? Moorable green. I mean, that is a confident man that is, you know, out on the beach. Just me walking on the beach showing my sexy legs. I'm not opposed to this look. Kind of looks good on him, actually. It makes him seem more tan. I don't think he actually is. Or I could do the sassy coral one. Oh no, that's too much. I actually don't like the leopard print shit. It looks weird. It's more normal. Actually, wait a minute. This one even show. This is like a low rise. Is it low rise? Is that the right term for that? Like, it's really not hiding very much. Very much. See, this is the normal pant. All right. If I was a normal person, I'd just have him wear this. This is actually pretty nice. Okay, quick vote. These shorts or this one colored like that. I mean, I kind of like this one. I don't get to show his butt off very often. But I do need to buy that dye. Number 2. That's what I figured. Okay. Alright, so we just need to get, what is that Moorable dye? That's probably at the, oh, did I run out of... Oh, I also have to buy more glamour prisms. Okay, let's do that real quick. The greens... a 1,000,000%. Yeah, they look better. The other one's normal, but it's like almost too normal. Okay. It's Moorable green dye. God damn it, I don't want 5 of these. I just want 1. Here, I'll pay a little extra because I don't want to deal with the extra shit. Nice. Oh, and then let me remove, so I don't accidentally lose this. Remove glamour plate, so I don't actually accidentally switch to that. And lose my outfit. All right, we're ready for the beach. Oh wait, let me buy glamour prisms before I forget. All right, and where did they go? Oh, I had. So what was missing from here? I mean, I could always use more glamour prisms. Something was here and it disappeared. Oh well, whatever. Just move this over. Okay. Let's see. Let me check where the first... Oh, also, did you guys hear tomorrow they're going to say the release date for Dragon Age Veilguard? There's rumors. I don't think it's substantiated, but I saw rumors flying around that it's actually Halloween. I mean, I had estimated it would be sometime in early November, so that still kind of lines up, but, let's see. That's what, we'll find out. They're gonna have a bunch of, like, staggered updates. Yeah, excitement. Hopefully excitement. Let's see, so we start in... Oh, we start in Limsa. Okay, let's go to Limsa Lominsa. Where's that thing? Let me look at the actual... While we're teleporting, let me look at the Dragon Age thing. Upcoming reveals. Let's look at this together, shall we? Alright. So, looks like August 15th here is tomorrow is going to be the release date trailer. So, I wonder if there's more stuff. This guy here, can I zoom in on this? Open this in another tab. There we go. This guy here is apparently one of the possible, like, they're doing some examples of, like, what your rook could look like. So this lady here and this guy here are potential customization options, like, just to kind of show you what you could do. I did a double take, because for some reason my brain saw this look kind of like Caden. I was like, what? And then I read, it's like, oh, that's what rook could look like. I was like, oh, okay. I wonder if the release date trailer will actually have content, or if it's just one of those quickies where it's like the whole thing is just building to just the date. And then next week, there's a high-level combat and PC spotlight. I don't know what PC spotlight means, as opposed to the other, like, editions of the game. I am curious to see how the combat will differ, because we saw the example with a rogue character, right? I would like to see what a mage looks like with this new combat. Oh, hey, Pam. Yeah, I was just mentioning because I just seen some stuff about it. There's a whole string of possible or definite reveals for upcoming Veilguard shit. Tomorrow we'll find out the release date. Next week we'll get whatever this thing about combat is. The one I want to focus on is Companions Week, which is the 26th. When is that? Next week. Because this is gonna... I'm so petty. This will determine how excited I am. How this Companion Week goes. What we get to see of them. Developer Discord Q&A. Don't really care. IGN first month-long exclusive coverage begins. Again, kind of don't care about IGN, but whatever. And then, question mark, much more to come in September and beyond. I mean, then we're getting kind of close to the release date, so I don't know what else they're really showing that's not just, like, stuff. Also, I have to say, not a very flattering picture of, what's her name? Tash? I think? The Canary lady? Because all the other angles I saw of her, I was like, yeah, she looks really cool. And they picked this weird angle where it's just... It really over-accentuates her big fucking forehead. And, I don't know, it looks like her face is squished, because it's just a very odd angle. Just show her head on, please. Because she looks fucking strange. There's a better picture of her here. Let's see. Dude, this lady doesn't look anything like that picture at all. Whoops. God damn it. Like, this looks far more kind of normal, right? No, they do, but the angle is weird. It makes everything just look more compacted and not great. Just from my point of view. Because, like, this doesn't even look like that same person from the other photo. It's just a weird choice. Whatever. It'll probably look fine when she's, like, actually moving her head and whatever. I just thought it did not look awesome to focus on. Because everybody else... Isn't that also weird? Everybody else gets a very standard, like, almost head-on shot. And then hers is like, way the fuck looking up. Like, why? Why would you do this? Show off her fucking horn. She's got that one, like jade-looking or crystal horn. Like, I want to see that. This is not doing anything for me. Also, I have yet to see if I change my opinion on this lady. I'm so far not caring about this lady, like, at all. But if I end up being a mage, maybe it doesn't matter, because, you know, redundant, right? I took Thursday off sick. Wait, Thursday? Just for release date news? That's gonna take all of, like, 20 minutes. I don't know about Dragon Age, but I always got League of Legends vibes. Wait, for Veilguard characters? They are a bit more... Well, what's weird is some of them seem more stylized than others. Like, if I'm actually looking at the Rook characters, they actually kind of come across to me as a little less stylized. But maybe that's the point, because they're customizable. I don't know. Oh, a legitimate health problem. Okay. Sorry, Igloo. we were just talking about the reveal that's happening tomorrow, which is why it sounded like it was lining up with that. I hope you feel better. I agree, showing off the horns. Yeah, show off Canary. It's a Canary. Show off the Canary horns. Don't do whatever this is. Play to the strengths. Anyway, so yes. Zoom back out. That's the upcoming reveals. I mean, one thing that's exciting is like it's happening. You know, this is no longer. We don't know when this. Like, is this game vaporware? Is it? Does it even exist now? It's like, yeah, okay, it definitely exists if they're really cramming a lot of stuff at us. Oh, the aesthetic? Well, they also, they're really playing up a lot of that softness. Like, I don't know what shaders or whatever they're using, but they really want to emphasize, like, everybody looks like they have very dewy, soft faces now. You're not seeing a lot of, like, hard edges or, like, everybody's been gently make-upped. Like, they all look glowy. Not in a bad way, but like I just got my makeup on, kind of glowy. So it works for them. Some of them look a little more cartoony than others. Like, they're not showing what's his face, the old guy. The old guy looks the most cartoony to me. That's also probably because he's the most, like, eccentric looking, right? Yeah, they all get like a beauty filter pass, especially this lady here. The customized female rook here looks like she definitely has like that glow up. But yeah, anyway. So that's that. Oh, it's nighttime. I wanted to kill a little time so that it'd be daytime when we actually do the beach events, because it's no fun doing beach shit at night. Let's see, what's Eorzea time? It's 2:30 in the morning in Eorzea. And time passes, let's see, 1 minute for every... It's basically, it's like 1 minute a second in Eorzea time. So, whatever. I guess we can at least unlock it. Maybe like when we're starting to head over to the beach, it'll turn into daylight. I was wondering who that was, and you're telling me it's... Yeah, it's Lady Rook. The guy and the girl in the first two pictures are customized rooks. I'm not sure why they... I mean, I guess it makes sense why they front load the rooks to kind of, you know... let people know you can indeed make them look a variety of different ways. You won't be locked into like a specific look for Rook. I don't need to see skin pores. It's a video game. Yeah, that's... I mean, I think they look fine with the shaders. I just find it interesting that like it's more of a... It's more of a stylized look than they've done in the past. But then again, we've talked about this. Every Dragon Age game literally looks different from the one that came before it. None of them look the same. I mean, hell, sometimes even in the same fucking game, characters look different. Like, remember, what's her face? Talus from Dragon Age 2. Now, granted, she was made to look like Felicia Day. And it's weird because she does, but I don't think that's a good thing because she looks kind of weird. As the elf. But... generally, like, they've never kept the same style from game to game. So, at least that tracks. But, yeah. Okay. Oh, what? Right. We need to start the quest. I guess I gotta come up with a different rook, because that's, like, what all my female characters like. I mean, you know, you could try something a little outside the box. I think... it's going to be similar to Inquisition, where you can make Kunari, Elf. I guess... I don't know if you can make a Dwarf. It might just be Human, Elf, Kunari? They haven't shown, or at least I don't think they've shown an example of a female, like, Dwarf Rook, or a male Dwarf Rook. I don't know if that's like a lore reason, or if they just don't want to deal with a substantially smaller character, because I know that shit sucks. I know having to adjust for, you know, significantly shorter person is not fun. Alright. We're in festival mode. Look at all this stuff. Fireworks. I think this time around the reward is both an emote, where you get to use your little, like, fan on somebody. It's, I guess, hot weather, whatever. And then also, there's some housing item with these little bomb things, little festive bombs. I should record this while I'm doing this. Who knows if this quest ends up being fun, I might edit it for like a YouTube video. Let's be smart and prep that. Yeah, whack him with a fan. There's some NPCs that do that in Costa del Sol. Like, if you sit on one of the seats. Alright. Mayaru Moyaru. Fire red, beast green. Mayaru Moyaru is scouring the aft castle for any sun-beaten souls who might not yet have heard about this year's Moonfire Faire. Do my eyes deceive me, or do I spy a familiar face who looks like he could do some proper summer recreation? I mean, I'm perfectly dressed for this. Check out that butt. That's right. The sun's rays are out in full force, and so is our beloved Moonfire Faire. These days, the event doubles as free promotion for the Adventurers Guild, you know? The brave and the bold show off their heroics, and afterwards, the fair guests flock to the guild in droves to hire them. But the real star of the show is the acclaimed Eorzean Nimble Warrior course. Oh, Christ. Are they gonna make me do the jump puzzles again? I am so bad at the, the jump puzzle they have every year. Last time I got, like, over 2/3 of the way up there. So I think that in itself is an accomplishment, but I've never made it all the way to the top, because it sucks. Okay. The acclaimed Eorzean Nimble Warrior course, bringing in hundreds upon hundreds of new challengers. At any rate, we could really use help out there, so if perchance I've piqued your interest, I suggest you ship out to Costa del Sol and speak to our chief chaperone, Hermega. I shall head out there. It's exciting to know for sure this game is real. We've waited. I feel like the lady from fucking Titanic. It's been 84 years since the last fucking Dragon Age. It really kind of has, like, what Inquisition was Inquisition really 2013? Am I crazy? Was it actually that long ago, or was it later? 2014. Wow, a whole extra year. That's like so long ago. I'm also worried about PC specs. I hope they don't want me. Yeah. If they're still using Frostbite, at least it's not. I would hope it's not too demanding on current systems, but there's no guarantee, right? I think around. I would assume. Maybe not this month, but probably in September or so, they definitely would have to be listing some, like, minimum or optimal specs at some point. Oh, look at those fireworks! I was trying to find... There's a spot that has, little seats to hang out. Oh! Yeah, this guy. This guy getting the royal treatment with the leaf fan. Like a tiny baby. Can I sit on these? I wonder if it does a special animation or if it's just the regular one. Oh, that's dumb. It does like the sitting on the ground animation. It's not even like, it's not even the right one. Well, I guess if I do that, it looks a little less wrong. God. Sexy long legs. Okay. Let's go. Actually, let me turn off mount music. Go to the main event. Wait, what? How did I turn off the mount music? Oh, that one. There we go. The Veil here has an extremely high ping, very laggy. Well, remember, didn't they have to emphasize, like, because a lot of people were worried that this was going to be some kind of live services game or some shit, that this is a single player, no connecting, well, I think there's no connecting, like, to a live service thing, hopefully no microtransaction craziness. I mean, there's no guarantee, right? But at bare minimum, it sounds like they didn't, like, at one point they were doing multiplayer, and then they abandoned it entirely. Oh, you don't need the EA app? Yeah, thank fuck for that, because that shit's the worst. Oh my god, it's amazing. Oh, by the way, I think I mentioned this last stream, but you can't see it. have little cherries. If anyone has a Trader Joe's near them, there are these cherries called like Amara cherries or whatever. They're basically like maraschino cherries on crack. They're really good. They come in a very syrupy sauce. They're perfect in like either alcohol or just like soda or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, legit. What the hell is happening here? Just sitting on his face. Wait, there's two little guys here. Those NPCs? What the hell? Oh, these are like the island guys. This festival will surely offer... this island cries out for chaos, and I intend to deliver. God. Oh, it's almost... it's becoming daytime. Perfect. The mammoths? Yeah, it kind of looked like they were positioning it. Wait, Alpha? Oh, hey, Alpha! Quick. Alpha and Omega. They're checking out the little bomb lights. That's cute. What a scene to walk in on! Yeah, I think these two people are waiting for a duty, but they position themselves purposely right next to these two mammoths. So it really does look like the mammoths are sitting on his legs and she's sitting on his face. And this cat is just doing its own thing. Oh no! Anyway, that's 14 for you. The TARDIS of cherries, where there is more sugar in them than there should be able to fit in the... They're pretty sweet. I would say I only use like one at a time. If you do more, you can. It just starts to taste more like cherry than drink after a while. Yeah, well, this Omega can't wipe out civilizations. He's just a little tiny robot. I can't remember if they had the implication of him growing a soul at this point. They've been very fast and loose with that, but, you know. Alright. Okay. Omega. Oh, I remember this guy from before. Gaddis! Now there's a sight for sore eyes. Yeah, check out these legs. Did Mayaru Moyaru send you out here to lend a hand? This year, the event is shaping up to be a thrill for visitors and staff alike. Allow me to give you a brief outline of what we have planned. Oh god, it's the same thing again. See, okay, if we're looking at this, I made it to, like, here. On my best attempt, I made it... Oh, no, you know what? I'll be generous. I actually hit this first little mark here, and I couldn't get past it. What you want to get is this jumping board all the way at the fucking top here. I made it here. So close, yet so far, because you start getting vertigo, or at least I do, when you're looking down and hoping that you won't fall to your not actual death. But yes. In case the screaming and splashing hadn't given it away, we've brought back the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course with all of its explosive challenges intact. Oh my god, where are these creepy bears? The bears are like, hey. And if the summer sun gets to be too much, grant yourself a refreshing reprieve by enjoying an icy treat or playing with the polar bears. Why are polar bears here? Even better, this year we've added a little Far Eastern flair with these hand fans. They're called Uchiwa, and they drive away evil spirits, or so I'm told. To ensure their authenticity, we hired an expert in the art of the festival, a little Namazu fellow, to craft us 100 crates of them. And what color could be more fitting for Moonfire than blazing red? Seeing as the origins of the event can be traced back to the Bombard hunts of years past, I say Uchiwa are a perfect fit for the spirit of the occasion. And judging from the sizable crowds, I'm far from the only one. The downside, of course, is that we presently find ourselves quite ill-equipped to manage a turnout of this magnitude. Personally, I'd like to bolster our security cadre if I can. As it stands, none of us would be able to leave our posts in the event of a serious emergency, so given the fortuitous timing of your arrival, could I task you to... Oh, monster! Ah! Did she say monster? Damn it all, the people are starting to panic. Please, Gaddis, you have to help us. I'll stay here and keep the crowd calm. You head north and find that woman. What kind of monster? Yeah, there's a shark in the water! And it's like that cute little baby shark. There's a Simpsons episode where they made an eclair. Chocolate so dark light cannot escape us. Oh, I remember that episode! That was one of the newer seasons, though, right? Somebody needs to do a compilation of every time they feature like a food item in The Simpsons. The other one I love is that Good Morning Burger on that ad that Homer was watching on TV, and it looks disgusting, but you know people would eat it. We top it with bacon and a fried egg. We call it the Good Morning Burger. Yeah. I think the upper section has always been optional. Oh, no, it definitely is, but I've tried to get to the extreme elite, upper bit at the top here. The polar bears indicate it's sponsored by Coke. When did that start? Do they still do that with the Coke and the polar bears during Christmas? Was that in like the 90s that they actually started doing that? Some genius marketer thought of that, and now everybody associates that with the Christmas and Coca-Cola. Terrified tourist. Oh, well, I don't see a monster. It's very bright out now, though. The monster was just here, I swear it! It was leering at me from behind that rock, making these off-kilter little motions, and then it ran off to the east. Wait, off-kilter motions? I wonder what that could be. Maybe it's something we already know. I thought for certain it would come over here, and I feel faint. I need to go lie down. It's not what's his butt, is it? Purple octopus guy? Although I don't know if he's been to these events before. Oh, there is a shark in the water over here. Damn, I didn't stand a chance against that thing. Oh, hey, is that a hot Ellison I see? You should have seen it. I was minding my own business out here, practicing my steps, when suddenly that thing showed up out of nowhere to challenge me to a dance-off. You're just dancing on the beach by yourself? Then, after it utterly trounced me, it raced off again. Would that I could tell you where or even what direction. Although, come to think of it, I believe I saw something fall from its body. Well, it doesn't matter much to me anymore. I can hear Summer's call, and it must be heeded. To the ocean with me. Wait, is he wearing the same fucking outfit I am? But see, I'm wearing Speedos, and he's not. Whatever fell off the thing you'll find lying over there, if you think it'll help your search. I'm wearing it better, goddammit. I was making off-kilter motions as if the vertex... Yeah, where they just wobble the vertices to make it animate. Talk about brilliant marketing. I was at the airport and saw an ad for Canada's capital, Ottawa. Literally, the campaign starts with "oh" and ends with "ah." Wait, what? Is it like an audio ad? Like you hear them say that? That is kind of silly. Fallen item. So, did it drop like a scale or something? No audio? Aha! There he is. Oh, it's this dude. I remember this guy with the fucking shiny gold gear. He's from like at least the past two of these. Glad as ever to see you again. Oh, I remember because I was like, how do you say his fucking name? Wadafon? I think I asked Joe this before. Vodafon. Vodafon. Glad as ever to see you again, Gaddis. Hermega told us you might be in need of urgent assistance, so here we are. We've heard reports of a green monster. Okay, green. Like a Morble? We've heard reports of a green monster running amok. Have you learned aught in the way of a clue? It dropped something, did it? Looks to be a needle by my reckoning. A needle? Oh, a vacation in Cactuar? It's obvious we're dealing with a Cactuar, or it's obvious we're dealing with an inebriated weaver. Okay. It's not a weaver. Also, they'd have to be green. It's a Cactuar. Cactuars in Lenosha, of all places? Surely they would struggle to survive so far removed from their native habitat of Thanolin. I mean, maybe it likes the beach. I'm so sorry about this. Ah! She's adorable. She looks very trendy. Madame Mimeja, if I'm not mistaken, was it not Master Gegeru himself who invited you out to Costa del Sol? Yes, I traveled all the way from Ul'dah at the summons of my friend Gegeruju. Naturally, I couldn't bear the thought of my dear pets missing out on the fun and festivities, so I brought them along with me. Oh, you brought the cactuar with you. I think the cactuar like the beach too much. Not for a moment did I ever think they would act out like this. You have my deepest apologies. They were perfect angels when we stopped in to see Gegeruju. He even gave them treats. But the moment I stepped away for a drink, they went mad and poor Gegeruju couldn't rein them in. By the time I got back, they were gone. I swear to you, this has never happened before. Well, that would certainly explain how a cactuar ended up in Lenosha. Regardless, if your pets pose a danger to the fairgoers, we may have to subdue them by force. Lethal force? No, please! I've raised them since they were pups! They never hurt a fly! I don't fancy the prospect myself, but what other options is there? Given that the Moonfire Faire would have no venue were it not for Master Gegeruju, I'd obviously prefer if we didn't upset a dear friend of his. Yes, termination should be a last resort. Let us first attempt to capture them. A sensible plan. Should things turn violent, it would only frighten the attendees. This calls for a more subtle approach. Just the three of us, perhaps. Indeed. I would see the situation sorted swiftly that we might return to the fair. If we work quickly, we may manage to find it before it escapes the bounds of Costa del Sol. Thus, I propose we split up. Gaddis, my friend, will you search the west side of the island? Sure. I need them alive. No disintegration. All right. Well, let's go check then, I guess. Oh, cavorting cactuar. Look at this little guy. What is on his head? Is his face red? Maybe he got overheated. He might just need a drink. What is wrong with him? He's like on fire. Did you find something? Yeah, that's I've seen that minion before. It's like a watermelon that rolls around and follows you, and then it like slices in half sometimes. He's in sicko mode. It appears that he did, but how are we going to capture it? I've never seen a cactuar look so dangerous. Is it just me, or is it radiating an aura of pure malice? Maybe he didn't like whatever treat he was given. I've never seen the poor thing like this either. Come to think of it, Gegeruju told me it seemed to him as though they were possessed. In that case, perhaps the aura is an evil spirit. If only we could purify it somehow. Ah, get me one of those fans. Yeah, perhaps an Uchiwa would help. Of course! In the Far East, they used Uchiwa to ward off evil spirits, right? Maybe our festival fans would work. In that case, allow me to do the honors. Uh-oh. That's a big fan. Evil spirit, be gone! Uchiwa shoi! Oh, it actually worked. I thought it was going to just piss off the cactuar. Oh, he's kind of cute. Yes, well, that was easy. Shall we head back for drinks? Wait, don't tell me that's the whole quest, please. There's got to be more than just like, we help one cactuar. The end. Terribly sorry to interject, but I think there's been a misunderstanding. That's only one of my dear cactuars. I'm still missing the other 6? Okay. 6 cactuars missing. I do appreciate you finding cacti, of course, but I'm worried about Cactillo and Cactina and Cactistifer and... Wait, so you said... When you said pets, you brought 7 cactuars to Lenosha? It is concerning, then, that we scoured every inch of the island and only found 1. It appears we will have to take our search to the mainland. Crazy cactuars everywhere. Very well. Let's take up our Uchiwa and find these cactuars, that we might ease them of their torment. Smack my hands together. Oh, okay. That too. That works. And then we get the Uchiwa emote. Is it supposed to be so smooth? There's different cactuars. This is like the very typical kind. The little baby ones. Wait, what happened to its eyes? Oh. Its eyes got like sucked in. I don't know if that's on purpose or not. I think I have it. Wait, hold on a second. Pretty sure I actually have a cactuar minion. I wonder if it looks like that. Oh, cactuar cutting. Now this one, I guess, looks like the more traditional cactuar. And he's very blocky. Is that one cactuar all there is for the quest, she says? I mean, it had a quest complete logo, so I was like, oh, I guess that's it. But does that just mean we're gonna have like fucking 6 other quests where we just keep tracking down these little cactuars? Maybe. Festival Fan Frenzy. Moonfire Faire chaperone Waterfall is prepared to help you track down a half-dozen wayward cactuars. I take it you're ready to begin? In that case, let us review our objective. First, we must seek out these cactuars. As soon as one is located, placate it with a gust from your Uchiwa, then bring it back here. You, my friend, are in charge of searching the southwestern cliffside. I wonder if any of them climbed this fucking thing. I guess we just have to let them go. There's no way I'm going to do that. Alright, let's find these wayward cactuars. Ease them of their torment as good old Malice Thorm used to- wait. That's Malice Thorm. What is that from? Oh! Cavorting Cactuar. Alright. What did I just learn? I'll go through my emotes here. Wait, where is it? Wait, what the fuck? They're not showing up. Oh. Uchiwa Shoi. So you could just do /big fan. Calm down. Ew, I don't like it. Okay, it's better when the eyes aren't going. I don't like it when they become little pinpricks. The cactuar appears to have snapped out of it, whatever it may have been. And at least they're friendly. Eager for your company, it walks right up to you, allowing you to grab it. Alright, let's get to the other one. Malice Thorn was the Shara-line doctor in the Shadowlands of... Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know what game it's from, but I know. And Shade's nurses in a friendly disposition. Right, the creepy guy. The one that I don't think I ever actually, like, fought. I usually convinced him just to... Just like, go let yourself be killed for science. How do you, is it, I feel like I'm just calling him Waterfall, but like, if he's pseudo-French, how else do you say that name? Oh, here's another cactuar. What is he cavorting with, like, watermelons? He took somebody's watermelons. Au revoir. Okay, I was close. The cactuar appears to have snapped out of it, whatever it may have been. Alright. So that solves that, I guess. Now, if the other two caught two apiece, that would wrap that up, but I'm sure it's not that easy. Maybe one of them got, like, pricked by a cactuar. I keep thinking this lady's name is not Pobiano, but Poblano. Like a pepper. Welcome back. I don't suppose you found any cactuars? I guess I have. Wait, they don't even look like that in the little thumbnail. And that brings us to 7. Excellent. We're done. And now that that's over with, I think I'll grab myself a drink and find a nice vantage point, preferably somewhere in the shade. Oh, take me with you. I've been dying for a drink. At last, the crisis is well and truly averted. Now I can return to my focus to what matters most. Ensuring a spectacular time is had by all. Seeing as Omega still needs a status report, could I ask you to see to that? Wait, and then that's the end? It's not as chaotic as I thought it was going to be. Our faithful assistant, Poblano Paz. I mean, that sounds like a player name. I've seen weirder player names. Welcome back, Gaddis. It seems you had the cactuar crisis well in hand. You've done your part to keep the peace, and for that I thank you. Now, what's this I hear about a malicious aura? Efficacy of the Uchiwa aside, I'd rather like to get to the bottom of this, lest we suffer the same problem next year. I just wanted to report that the pet cactuars are resting safely away from the main festivities. I asked another chaperone to keep an eye on them. I cannot apologize enough for the trouble I caused. Yes, well, I'm glad to have this matter settled quietly. My lovely ladies were quite frightened. That being said, speaking as one who has seen his share of dancers, your pets have star potential, my dear Mimeja. Truly! Perhaps I should have them formally trained. You're not seriously going to encourage that behavior, are you? Lest you forget, it was pure coincidence we found a peaceable solution through the use of our Uchiwa. For something like this to happen again, that luck may not hold. Surely you don't mean... I've learned my lesson, I swear it. As soon as we're home, I'll ensure they're trained to stay at my side at all times. That's all I ask. Incidentally, did you notice anything that might have served as the catalyst to their cavorting? No, I'm afraid not. I was away at the time, you see. I thought it quite strange myself. One moment they were downing their wine like sailors, and the next it was as though they were possessed by some manner of wicked spirit. Wait, they were drinking? So they were like angry, drunk cactuars. I think we found, yeah, they were drinking wine, my lord. Mm-mm. And what a fine vintage it was! I was delighted to be in like-minded company. Oh, the great conversation we would have had if only they could speak. Mimeja, I can't believe I'm asking this, but is wine safe for cactuars? How should I know? I've only ever given them the finest spring water from the mountains of Kurthus myself. It seems we have our culprit. So they were just drunk? Pah! They barely had a cupful each, and besides, it's not like I poured the stuff down their throats, did I? Uh-oh. Yeah, very poor judgment there. Alright, look, perhaps sharing a bottle wasn't the best of ideas, but how was I to know they couldn't hold their drink? Personally, I'm just glad the mystery's been put to rest, and seeing as Mimeja has learned her lesson, I dare say we won't be seeing a repeat of this incident. Yeah, she didn't feed them any alcohol, so it's not really her fault. Well, just in case someone else gives wine to some other cactuars, I'll be sure to let the chaperone team know to reach for an Uchiwa rather than a weapon. That would be much appreciated, I almost said Poblano. Now, let us return to the festival. The Adventurers Guild won't promote itself, you know. As for you, Gaddis, on behalf of the entire Chaperone team, I thank you. Enjoy the remainder of the event, and don't be a stranger, alright? Okay, so it was short, but it wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be. Summer's biggest fan. I was pretty tickled by a tank named Bad at Diz Game. Bad at Diz Game. Very clever. You could make anything sound bad if you described what happened. I mean, alcohol for a cactuar doesn't sound the worst. Oh, what is this outfit she has? Oh, wait, I forgot. Anytime it's for a dude, you don't get that, like, midsection thing. It's just the side garment. Oh, bouncing bomb balloon. Tabletop. Okay, so that's the other item that's unique to... Wait, so what does it look like? How am I supposed to see what that looks like? I guess we have to drop it in my house just to see. Because I need to determine if I need to get more of these. Bois de foie? Well, if it's that short, maybe we should do the Cornservant quests. Alright, where do I drop this to see? Oh, they're pretty big, actually. What would I do with these? They're so big. One trade. I'm trying to think, because you know, like, some people with their housing stuff, they're really clever and they know how to use, like, an object to make, like, a bunch of objects. But these do so much moving. I don't know what you'd be able to, like, do with them housing-wise. They are cute. They've had, like, each year they usually have some kind of bomb-related, like, Final Fantasy bomb, not, like, bomb, items. Let's see. The other ones. I think the other ones were outdoor items. They actually had, well, actually, I don't know if they're patio lights. They had, let's see, I have, in my storage, I have the other ones. Pumpkin. Oh, this one? So this was from one of the years. You can see they got the little guys at the top. At night, I am pretty sure this, like, glows. And it's, like, little... But the little bombs are in, like, water. Like, you can grab them out of the water, which is kind of cute. And then they had... I thought there was another one. Do I not have the other one? It might be in my retainer. But this is the one I always remember. They had some other one... Oh, this was a normal one for one of the years. Moonfire lantern. Where you could put, like, near your door. Kind of cool. So that was one of the other years. I swear there were more. They might not... Excuse me. They might not have done housing items every year. They might have, like, done, like, one housing item a year and then, like, clothes another year. They kind of switch off sometimes. Ocean surface? Is that what it's supposed to simulate, I guess? On the in that particular thing? That would make sense. Let's see if there was another item. I thought there was, like, one other item. Oh, they also have had posters and stuff, like, inside the house. Maybe not. Shit. Because I never throw away housing, like, seasonal housing stuff. Oh, a mask stall. So, excuse me, I have my throat. One of the other years, it's a cool like a Japanese like wood stall, and it has like, remember, Wadaflan had that little Moogle mask kind of tilted on his head. It's a bunch of those masks in like a arrangement on the stall. So there was that, and then, oh yeah, the summer bonfire was from one of the years. So they've had a couple decent sets of housing items. This is Heaven's Turn. Okay, yeah, that was about it though. Oh wait, I had money. Something sold. Okay, well in that case, we continue the goofy spirit and maybe do the Cornservant stuff. Let me change my description here on the stream. Cornservant? Cornservant. Do that. Okay, so the beginning of the Cornservant quest is the Corn of Necessity. What the fuck? This is in Tuliolol. Tuliolol at 1612. Okay. They look like Halloween lawn decor. Yeah, that's pretty much their main function. Let's see. 16. Oh, Corn of Necessity. Okay. Do I need to do a silly, like, Ricardo Montalban voice for this corn? Or like Zevran. I am the corn. Get over there. Fuck. Oh, whoops. No, didn't mean to do that. Look at this little thing. Curious corn. Look at this little guy. I don't know who came up with this idea. Oh wait, I need to switch my minion back. I don't need a minion that's a cactuar now. I need to get my little capybara back. There we go. Corn of Necessity. You happen upon a curious cob of corn that almost seems alive. Rustle, rustle. The rustling of his corn sounds not unlike a dejected sigh, and you could swear it's looking out at the ocean. Oh, woe is me. This is going to sound like Puss in Boots. What will you say? What's the matter? Are you alright? Oh! It popped out of its little husk there for a second. You can't see me? Oh, blessed be! For countless ages I have watched over these lands. When man first tilled her soil, I was there. Her soil? Oh, right, okay. When they partook of her bounty, I was there. A silent guardian of the harvest, my presence unmistakable. Yet the passage of time would bring change to the people. They began to forget the old ways. Forget me. I traveled the lands hither and yon, yet no matter where I went, I remained unseen and unheard. I feared before long I might chuck this nigh immortal cob. Yet here at the last I found a kindly soul able to... I'm just gonna turn into Zevran. Able and willing to lend me an ear. But will he lend me a hand as well, I wonder? I wish to help the people of Tural, fill their hearts and bellies both, lest their hunger invite terrible misfortune. All that are born into this world are deserving of happiness. Would you not agree? So let them eat, I say. Eat corn and be merry. Alas, I cannot reach them in my diminished state, but you can. And so I shall bequeath unto you the most delectable corn dishes, which are then to be distributed to the masses. What say you? Corn dishes? Russell, such selflessness, such compassion. How long has it been since last I met a soul so grossly incandescent? I am but a humble stock, basking in the warmth of your generous heart. Well, my friend, let us be off. The curious corn spirit has elected to be referred to as the Cornservant. Speak with him again when you're ready to spread corn and happiness to the masses. Is it like a baby primal? Is that what this is? They put Baby Gru's heat what? Ear of corn. It's like a beef commercial with cows as poked. It kind of is like, please eat me. I am full of nutrients. Does anyone remember that anime where Potato grabs a peeler, peels itself, then jumps into a pool of boiling soup? That sounds like some weird like Be Our Guest shit from Beauty and the Beast. But I guess the food itself didn't dance, right? It was just all the silverware and shit. That is kind of the vibe, though. I agree. Is it just gonna shake itself and, like, corn food comes out? Goodness, how long has it been since last man has partaken of my corn? I can hardly wait. The hungry bellies of Tural cry out for satiation. Let us sally forth. Okay. You can... He's gonna follow me now. This little corn. My little capybara and a little corn man. Who needs corn? Please eat me. A hungry youth. What am I to do now? I'm like to starve at this rate. His belly, it speaks to me. I bid you offer him this grilled corn, seared to perfection with the hope that yet burns in my corny bosom. Oh my god. It is Severin. My corny bosom. Is that grilled corn for me? Like just random person walks up to you, gives you food. That's awful kind of you. I'm new to Tuliolo and it's been pretty hard. Harder since I lost my job. I've been so hungry lately I could barely think straight. But the smell of this corn with its smoky sweet aroma has brightened my day. I can hardly wait to eat it. Feels like maybe my luck is starting to turn around. Thank you, sir. I won't forget this. Yes, enjoy that corn. Alright, this quest is not gonna disappoint me, I'm sure. Oh, is that the thing? Hold on. Potato dono? What is this from? Hold on. Let's see the other potato being here. Can we become delicious curry? Oh, they're gonna kill themselves for food? Why does he have like dude eyes? Oh my god. It's like potato seppuku. What the fuck? Oh my god. And it's such a small piece of potato. Okay. Wow. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh. Wait, did it not play that? Oh, whoops. I had that muted. Hold on. I'll fix that. Oh, wait. It's on cooldown. Accidentally had sound alerts muted for some reason. I might have clicked on it accidentally. I'll fix that.
On you go!
Magical Witch Puni-chan? I've never seen that, but that's pretty much what you described. Yep. Hungry woman. Okay. What is this lady gonna need to eat? Is it an old lady? Perhaps I'll simply skip dinner today. A belly and a heart, both in dire need of nourishment, Russell. Here, take my cob. Let its earthy scent and savory flavors offer her comfort. What? Just to smell it? Oh, more grilled corn. Grilled corn? My husband loved grilled corn. Life simply isn't the same without him. One moment I think I'm fine, then suddenly I find myself brought to... Oh, this is depressing. Brought to tears. Even eating has been a struggle, but I know he wouldn't want me to mourn him. Thank you for this. I'll try to do better, for his sake and mine. I'm doing good, Nexus. How are you doing? Well, we helped a depressed old lady by giving her corn. Better than MSQ? Who's to say? Okay. Oh, a hungry Mamul Ja. I'm so hungry, but I have no money. May the gods forgive me for what I'm about to do. Wait, you gonna fucking steal or kill? Do you hear that, friend? His belly weeps from hunger. Pray offer him this corn. Let its smoky sweetness give him comfort and deliver him from foul temptation. Don't rob people. Is this grilled corn for me? Truly? My stomach has been in knots for days, thank you. It shames me to admit it, but I tried my hand at gambling and lost everything. I was so desperate for food, I was tempted to do terrible, terrible things. This corn has filled my aching stomach and helped me clear my head. Oh, what a fool I've been. It's time I start over, get my life together. You're gonna give some corn to some gambling addicts and other people. Once Human has taken my heart and soul. Somebody else was talking about Once Human the other night. Maybe I might need to check it out. Also, Thor from Pirate Software was talking about it as well. I watched his stream the other night. I've been playing it nonstop for a week. Really? How long is the game? The rumbling of bellies in need has ceased. Come, let us find a quiet place to speak. So all Wu Clement needs for peace on Earth is to just give everybody corn from this little corn guy. Solve every problem in the world. Full glad am I to have helped the people of Tuliolal. Indeed, my kernel swelled with joy at the sight of their happy and content faces. Wait, what? I guess that's a good thing. And you, my friend, your kindness cannot go unrewarded. Meet me at the gate over yonder, and I will see you duly compensated for your trouble. Oh, yeah, the pants. I forgot. I just did the Moonfire Faire thing at the beach. So this was Gaddis's beach outfit, which I just kept because, you know, I'm sure it's a pleasant temperature in Tuliolal as well. I'm lazy to change it. Plus, I love looking at these long legs. All right. How can we help Mr. Cornman? Apparently this dude goes from, like, location to location. I never even knew about him before. Russell. There you are. I hoped our little excursion was as fulfilling for you as it was for me. It is a terrible thing to be hungry. Unattended bellies are quick to fill themselves with pain and anguish, feelings that will lead the heart astray. Thanks to you, my corn has sated the hunger that would otherwise invite misery to this place. From the bottom of my cob, I thank you. Pray, take of my corn. May these kernels keep your belly full and spirits lifted. Now, I really must be going. While the people of Tuliolal may be content, there are other hungry souls out there in need of nourishment. Until we meet again. Oh god, he did give me 2 cobs of corn. 2 raleigh corn. The lovingly rendered corn kernels. Yeah, they're like little rounded, cute kernels of corn. Alright, where do we meet this dude next? Best line here. Urkopacha. Urkopacha at 2813. I'm giving people corn all over the world. 28. Is it just in town here? Too much of. Okay, it's right here. Oh, there he is. He's already here. You would recognize the rustle of this corn anywhere. Rustle, rustle. Well, but this is my dear friend from Tuliolal. I do hope your days, as well as your stomach, have been full of merriment and cheer since we last met. Glad to hear it. I was just passing through when a faint rumbling caught my attention. The unmistakable sound of a belly in need. How fortuitous that fate would also guide you here. Might I impose upon you to help me once more? If you would lend an ear to the poor boy's troubles, I can determine how best to lend an ear of my own. I can't not hear the Severin voice in my head when this little corn talks. Alright, it's a little kid. Peckish Pelu Pelu. If you've come for business, I'm afraid I'm much too tired right now. It's strange, really. No matter how much I sleep, or try to sleep, I suppose, it never seems to be enough. And despite the weird grumbling in my stomach, I have no appetite. I recognize a lover of corn when I see one. The problem is, I believe, is that he eats only corn. He is exhibiting clear... He's got to clear those bowels. He is exhibiting clear signs of malnourishment for a lack of a well-balanced diet. Though my dominion is only over that which is corn and kerneled, there may yet be a way we can help him. Prepared with lime water, my corn can be enriched with additional nutrients. Behold, a rich and creamy corn soup. Surely this will help remedy what ails him. But when did you make it? Huh? That soup will help me feel better? God, I could go for a tortilla soup. Oh, corn soup. It really is the best of foods. I can't get enough of it. I never thought eating only corn would be bad for me, but there's no denying how terrible I've been feeling lately. I suppose I'll need to be more creative about my corn cooking. Thanks for this. You've given me much to think about. Oh, that was a quick one. Nothing like a nice warm corn soup to warm the belly and heart. Let this be a reminder, my friend. It is possible to have too much of a good thing. Even corn. But in moderation, together with other herbs, spices, and flavorings, you can enjoy a cornucopia of delectable delights. Russell. I believe our work here is done. But know that where there are those in need of sustenance, I will be there. Fare thee well. Corn. Where's this dorky thing later? Kozuma Uka. They need to do more of these things. Tell me there's no corn collective marketing war. I don't think there is. It's so funny. Kozuma Uka. Wait. Where in Kozuma? 1711. He does quite the advertising for corn. 17... No, not that one. Oh, right here. Oh, there he is. The Cornservant rustles with excitement at the sight of you. Why, hello. Rustle, rustle. My friend, what brings you all this way? Taking in the sights, sounds, and flavors of Tural, I trust? As you might have guessed, there is a Hanu Hanu in need of my assistance. And as I yet lack the strength to make myself seen, I am in need of your assistance. Follow me, and I shall take you to them. I love Hanu Hanu. I'm very happy to help a hungry Hanu Hanu in need. Alright. What does he want? Oh, he's all sad! Oh, my stomach. I can't stand this rationing any longer. My house was flooded in the recent storm, causing most of my food to spoil or rot. I've taken great pains to make what little I have last, but it's simply not enough. I see. Oh, it's a she. Whoops. She requires food with longevity. Then she shall have the driest of corns my cob can muster. And there! These should suffice. Where did that come out of? Oh, my word! Is all this dried corn for me? It will be many moons before I could hope to diminish such a bountiful store, and the crunch is certain to be sublime. Thank you, kind stranger. There's hope for the future yet. Oh, the children will be thrilled. Rustle, rustle. She seems quite taken with the dried corn. That is well. I shudder to think what havoc-spoiled foods might play on her stomach and bowels. Ugh, I don't want to think about that. Hunger might well be the least of her problems. Thanks to your timely assistance, however, she and her family would have all the corn they need to help them weather their hardships. Yet there are many other empty bellies that beckon, and so I must away. Take care, friend. I hope to see you again. I'm amassing quite the amount of corn. Can I just eat it, or is it an ingredient? Crafting material. Craft myself a plate of nachos. Alright, so the next spot is Yaktel. Yaktel 1513. I guess I don't know if we had a goofy quest for Endwalker. But Shadowbringers, we had the little scree guy, the serpent of Ronka. That was a goofy quest. That was really cute. I just don't know if we had a follow-up. Endwalker was so serious business that I don't think we had anything like that. But maybe I just missed out. If so, I actually probably want to look back and see if there's something funny to do there. Oh, stomach for change. That's the one. Ah, the Cornservant. He's beaming at me. So we meet again. You're looking well, my friend. Unfortunately, there is at least one Zabral here who is not well, and so I am come to offer them succor and sustenance. Alas, my words yet lack the strength to reach them. Might I prevail upon you to help me in my stead? The righteous way? Oh, should I have been doing this with like a character I could actually get XP off of? That would be smart, wouldn't it? You get XP from this? Oh, you do. Whoops. Fuck. Maybe I should switch to... What do I want to level next? Red Mage, maybe? Let's do Red Mage, at least so I can get some... Oh, what did they change about Red Mage? That looks the same. Okay. Hungry Zabral. Say you're the companion of the third promise, aren't you? I've heard tell of your great strength and valor. Though I aspire to do great things much like you, I fear I've not the stomach for it. Quite literally, in fact. My family is constantly telling me I must eat meat if I'm to build my strength, but my stomach protests every attempt. I simply cannot digest it. A sensitive stomach, is it? What he requires is something filling and nutritious, yet suitable for a delicate constitution. I need but take a generous helping of my corn, raise it to a gentle boil, and there! This corn porridge should do nicely. Where are you cooking this?
A porridge made from corn. Even my stomach should be able to handle such a dish. It looks quite delicious, thank you. Everyone was so insistent that I find a way to consume meat. I never gave much thought to alternatives to build up my strength. You've given me much to think about.
I mean, you're a Hrothgar that has big teeth. I'm sure people assumed, you eat meat. It is well that his stomach is amenable to my corn-based cuisine. How vexing it must be struggling to eat food knowing full well it disagrees with you, and ultimately having little to show for your efforts. But by adjusting his diet, he may yet find his own path. That it should be potentially paved with corn makes it all the sweeter, I say. Speaking of paths, I must follow mine elsewhere, for the clarion call of hungry bellies beckons once more. Stay well and stay fed. Now we go to Chalani. Chalani 2929. It's probably one of these. Tastes like home. Corn on the range. Oh, he's near a bunch of actual corn. The Cornservant's rustling can mean only one thing. How good to see you! Keeping your belly full throughout your adventures, I hope. A most terrible stomach rumbling drew me to this place, but I'm afraid I cannot yet make my presence known to the people here. Might I beg your assistance? It is an otherwise strapping Tonawatan man in dire need of sustenance. If you would follow me. Can you imagine if Gaius looked like a little tiny corn man? It'd certainly be less imposing. Wait, is it inside? Can't go in. Wait, what the fuck? Where's this corn man? Oh, it's way off. Hungry Tanawata. Do you feel it? That foul wind sweeping across the wilds? Stings like this pain in my stomach every time I think about what I did. All I wanted was to get away from home and get out of inheriting that damn farm. I thought if I could find ceruleum out here, I'd strike it rich, so I used every pelt to my name to buy mining equipment and I started digging. Day in and day out, hoping to find something, anything to recoup what I'd lost. All I've found since coming here is disappointment. Oh dear, his stomach is gripped with the deepest despair. What he needs is something to rekindle the flame of hope in his belly. This should serve. Corn roasted with a fiery passion and burns in my bosom. Bosom corn. A roasted corn? That takes me back. Ma used to cook this stuff all the time. God, I was such a horrible kid. Never listened, always complained. But she loved me anyway. If anything should happen to me out here, I don't want to think about it. I should go home and apologize. Maybe see about working those corn crops. Corn! You know, there's one of these yellow side quests I did just because I wanted to know how it played out. One of these ones? Or in which expansion? Thank goodness we arrived when we did. Rustle, rustle. The roasted corn served well to help remedy what ails him so. Left unchecked, his frustration may have well led to anger he could unleash on himself or others. With a full belly, however, he had the clarity of mind to remember what matters most to him, his family. The rumbling of bellies has ceased here in Hutswani, and so I believed it is time I took my leave. Take care, my friend. Stormblood? Like this kind of thing? Who was the quest? Was it like a Namazu or something? It was in Alamegan City. Huh. There's probably a ton of yellow quests I've not done. If I ever get that bored, or if there's lack of content, there's so many yellow quests just throughout these expansion areas that I've just not touched. Because honestly, sometimes they're just simplistic quests. There's no way you would know, because like this is technically a yellow quest line. There's no way to know which yellow quest is going to be actually interesting and which one is just pure fetch questy stuff. Which is too bad. Let's see, refined tastes. This is in Heritage Found. Uh-oh, we're getting kind of probably close to the end because going up there in terms of areas. 17.9. Right, 17. Oh, it might be actually 17.9. Oh, it's this place. Oh, let's see. 17. Probably that one in the upper north area. Selection. Oh no, refined tastes. That's the one. Where are you, Mr. Corn? Oh, there he is. This was the last place you expected to find the Cornservant. My, what a pleasant surprise! I hope you've been well since the appearance of this peculiar place. So he can cross rifts. When first hearing of the rumble of a stomach coming from within this dome, I mistook it for the roar of thunder, but sure enough, there was indeed a poor soul in need of my assistance. Would that I could make myself seen to them. I can but assume it was fate that guided you here here to see them given the help they need and deserve. Please, follow me and I shall take you to them. Truly the power of corn. It's actually making me kind of hungry. Not gonna lie. Corn. Omega, take me to corn. Hungry Malala. Oh, this guy's barfing. Wretch. Try the vegetables from the outskirts, they said. Ugh. Who can stand to eat this swill? I can't do it. I won't. A man of Everkeep deserves better than this. With the perfectly manufactured rations in the production facility full to bursting with nutrients, I could easily work for days with little rest. But this? I'd sooner starve myself until my work is done. A rather sophisticated palate, it would seem. Perhaps if I take a generous helping of my kernels, apply a little heat, and pop, 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 pop. There. Let us see what he thinks of my popped corn. Try some popping corn. What in blazes is this? Never had popcorn? This is absolutely delicious. Light and fluffy, yet also crunchy and perfectly salted. I've never seen such a thing in Solution 9. And you say this was made from a vegetable? It would appear the plants grown down here are not to be underestimated. I believe I owe the farmers an apology. Give me all the popcorn you have. Ha ha ha! The popcorn was a rousing success. He convinced himself that food should simply be taken as they are, never realizing they could become so much more given the right preparation. It was heartening to see something so simple as popped kernels could give him a newfound appreciation for food. And with that, I believe our work here is done. I can scarcely imagine where my search for bellies in need of nourishment will take me next. Wherever that may be, I should be glad to see you there. Safe travels, my friend. Well, Cornservant, you're running out of locations. Is this going to be like the last one? Oh, maybe. In Solution 9? Okay. Solution 9, 17, 14. I guess he can't very well go to the living memory. His corn powers would be not so helpful there, probably. Tasteful memories. I think it's that. whoops, that's the wrong way. I guess I could have taken that. That's about the same. Whee! Digitize me, Captain. Alright, Mr. Cornservant. Oh, and this is the end. Oh, and then we get the little tiny Cornservant. The Cornservant seems to be marveling at the sights of Solution 9. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you've been well. I, for one, could not be better. Is this place not absolutely splendid? A far cry from any other town I've visited thus far. The silence of their bellies is practically deafening. My ear can hear not a single soul in need of nourishment. Might you be willing to help this old cob find his way out of the place, or about the place? Perhaps together we could find someone in need of corn. I knew I could count on you. If you've any preparations to make, pray take your time. I shall remain here and ready and waiting. I'm ready. Are you ready, my friend? Surely there is at least one soul here that seeks fulfillment. Wherever they may be, I'm sure we can find them together. Alright. The one person that loves corn just doesn't know it yet. Disgruntled Hewn. He's so mad. He's got his arms crossed all high up like that. Who does that? Am I hungry? Nope, not at all. The Solution 9 was recently attacked. The production facility remains intact to supply us with all the food we could ask for. I can hear not a growl nor rumble coming from this one's belly. Perhaps we should look elsewhere. Oh, so some of these are fake outs. God damn it, I wish you could use a mount in here. If you're in town, why does the sprint still have such a, like, hefty cooldown timer? It makes sense to me. Let's make it like 20 seconds at the most. Alright, Disgruntled Milala. Well, we're near the food area, so maybe this is more accurate. Am I feeling peckish? That's a rather curious thing to ask about. The only thing I'm worrying about is nursing this injury from the recent attack. Food is the least of my concerns. Oh. So the twinge of pain I felt in her was from an injury, not hunger. Oh, well. Third time's the charm. Disgruntled Shatona. Alright, Mr. Shatona. Do I look hungry to you? No, I don't need food, but I could certainly do with a drink. Corn drink? What I wouldn't do for an energy drink right now. Just one, and I can easily keep working all day. We were close, but not quite right. Let us keep searching. Oh, you're not gonna give him like a corny drink? Mr. Corn. Oh yeah, those are the two NPCs that were like waiting on a date and they just met up at the wrong spots. Which is so sad because you can't tell them like, hey, your boyfriend or whatever is just like around the corner. Where's this last chance at corn? Disgruntled woman. Oh, I got a cutscene for this one. Disgruntled or sad? You want to know if I'm feeling hungry? I suppose you could say I do. A strange thing to say in a place like this where most, if not all, of our needs are easily met. I wouldn't normally ask this of someone I don't know, but might I speak candidly about something? It's not every day someone takes an interest in my problems. I'm not sure why, but recently I haven't been able to taste anything, no matter what I eat. Did you have COVID? Because of that, I've been gradually losing interest in food. I realize I have to eat for the sake of my health, but now it's become a chore I'd rather avoid altogether. How terrible. A life without flavor is no life at all. But how am I to help her? I've got it! First, I grind corn into powder, work it into a dough, then use heat to make thin shells. We're making crispy tacos. Thin shells. Then we mix together several ingredients, layer them into the shells, and there! The most tantalizing of tacos. Surely this will reawaken her taste buds. What is this trap music they got going on? Oh, like in the town? Yeah, that's the... Because it's like a neon city, right? You prepared something for me, but I told you I'm not really in the mood. Trust me, you're going to want to try this. You know what? Since the Cornservant hasn't been seen, what if we say, this dish was cooked by the great Cornservant? Yeah, it's definitely a recurring theme. The Cornservant? I have no idea what you're talking about. It's meant to be something special. All right, let's have it. It certainly has an interesting smell. Crunch. Gotta crunch harder. Oh, wow, that was incredible. I can't remember when I've last had anything so delicious. Maybe you guys are just eating like tasteless slop. Sludge. Soylent. There was someone who used to make these for me when I was younger, I think. It was their specialty. I wish I could remember who, but I'm afraid that memory is lost to me. Like as not, they're in the cloud now. Well, oh god. This is very awkward. I don't think they're in the cloud anymore, ma'am. Something tells me they were quite near and dear to my heart, but it's all a blank now. I'm not sad about it, but I do feel a strange, lingering sense of loss. It's hard to explain. The feeling grew over time, and before I knew it, my sense of taste was gone. But this food, the texture, the smell, the taste, it takes me back to my youth. Thank you, traveler. I've been reminded of something very precious that I would have remained lost if not for you. I promise to do better about eating from now on. And she only eats crispy tacos. She has like 1 million rewards points at Taco Bell. And thank you, little corn cob. Your cooking was simply divine. Ah, she could see it! Yay! His work is done. He's now visible. Why did eating this dish cause her to... Well, because she was thinking about that person that she knows that she lost, but she can't remember that she lost. So it's like the wistful looking into the sky. Alright, good job, Cornservant. Just when all hope seemed lost, corn has prevailed once again. It was admittedly shocking to discover that, even in a world where no one goes hungry, there could be such terrible discontent. With a little corn and know-how, we rekindled the memories of happier times in her. It does my cob good to see all go to plan. What's more, she was able to see me, through the power of corn and happiness, no doubt. I've seen a great deal on my travels thus far and helped no few people find satiation. But there is still much of Tural I have yet to see, and more bellies in need of nourishment. I wish you well, my friend. May your belly ever be full and your days filled with happiness. I'm off to deliver more corn. Get the little Cornservant. What does it say? Let's see. The Cornservant will never let you go hungry. Let's see, what does his little thing say? Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. Where's Cornservant? God, I have so many tabs of minions. What are these? Oh, I forgot about that. God damn it, which one of you is Cornservant? Oh, here he goes. Oh, I have the watermelon. Crimson. Oh, Crimson's still there. If you're asking about it, I have the watermelon. It splits in half. Look at this thing. It will randomly, like, it follows you. Like a fucking basketball. And then at a certain point, it splits. For no reason. And then it goes back together. It's a weird living watermelon. It's very odd. Alright, let's see this corn man. Actually, what's the text of this? Since ancient times, melons have been favored in many cultures as nature's drinking flask. Not satisfied with merely their thirst-quenching property, however, elegant scientists set out to make them portable, and this self-propelled melon is the fruit of their labors. And you say his muscles swelled to bursting like firm melons ripening in the summer sun? That's a weird quote for that. Cornservant. At the conclusion of your travels with the Cornservant, the corn-shaped spirit that provides sustenance to the hungry, the being quietly left one of its kernels in your bag. That kernel quickly drew into another Cornservant, whichever regards you anxiously, worried that you might require to feed. Where there are those in need of sustenance, I will be there. Cornservant. So does he do anything if you just wait? Or does he maybe just like pops up with a little corn, like hops out of his husk? Corn. Sometimes if you pet them also, like, they do a thing. Hold on a second. Maybe do that in first person. Nope, doesn't react to that. Or do hand over? No, it didn't do anything either. I guess he's one of some of the classifications for minions are like independent types, so like they just do their own thing. I guess he does that. That's cute. That's a cute little quest line. What are these guys doing? Who's your favorite fighter? No answer. He's drinking a fuck. That's a big. That's a. What's that in Starbucks terms? A venti? How tall is this drink? It's pretty big, especially for such a small. Is this a kid? Maybe it's not a kid. They just look really tiny. All right. So we've done the Moonfire Faire, which is a lot of fun. We did the Cornservant quest line. I guess we could just do a dungeon just to kind of wind down as if we did anything crazy, but like just to kind of even things out a little bit. Let's do it in my Pictomancer summer gear. A grande. I've never been like a big coffee person, so I used to know like lots of people that would always go to Starbucks, and it's like just the size of it, plus like usually it's got a ton of sugar. Like what percentage of it is actually coffee when most of it is like cream, whipped topping, some kind of milk, like chocolate. There's a lot of other stuff in it. I generally hate going to Starbucks. It's annoying to order from. Well, like, it sounds like a fucking code when people have, like, all the specifications that they want. Plus, I don't know. Like, most of the time I've been inside there, people are kind of normal. But every once in a while, like, somebody's, like, I don't know if I'd call them necessarily, like, a Karen. But they're kind of a little uppity about, like, their particular order. I'm glad I never had to be like a barista, whatever. I just want to order a cup of coffee, but I feel like I'm speaking a different language. Yeah. But I mean, that's probably why you like want to go to a place that's not Starbucks. Like say, what's a normal chain? They have like a Pete's Coffee where you are? Or like, what's the other one? It's called like Coffee and Tea Leaf or whatever. Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. Whatever the other chain is. Maybe it's this Coffee Bean. Oh yeah, right. I was gonna do let's do a little dungeon. I'm in Ohio. Never heard of that. Oh, that might be a West Coast thing. There's not exactly like, there's nowhere near the same number of Pete's that there are like Starbucks or Coffee Bean. They had this one, what's it called? A mint. Nah, it might be unique to them. And it's also Pete's, like P-E-E-T, not P-T, P-E-T-E. So it just sounds like I'm saying E-T-E-T. P-E-E-T, Pete. They do a minty mojito coffee where it's got like a bunch of fresh mint in it, which maybe to some people might not be great, but I tried it once just to try something different coffee-wise, and it was actually pretty good. It's kind of like refreshing because it's like an iced coffee. I lived in Washington for 3 years, so there was Starbucks. Well, when I went to Seattle, I saw what's supposedly the original Starbucks, but it just looks like a regular fucking... Actually, it looks like even more of a boring Starbucks than other Starbucks locations. Probably because it's the first one. That's near, was it Pike's Market or whatever? There's something else. Oh, right. While we're waiting... I do want to see if I'm any better at the jumping puzzles in Costa del Sol, since it's there for a limited time. Pike's Place? Yeah. That's what it's called, right? Yeah. Near there's this disgusting wall that was like all like comprised of chewing gum. I don't know if that's like a weird local thing to do. Whatever. It was gross. Washington is just boring in general. I'm glad. Is there not like a lot to do there? California is fun. Oh, hey! Ugh, I was so close. It's a Manolene and Sicard and Honorwa. Close my arse. He was bloody malms away. Okay. These dudes have got to be an item, or somebody in the dev team loves putting them together. I remember last year's event, Manolene was actually hanging from one of these things. It was super funny. Like, Sicard was like at this top area here, waiting, I'm pretty sure. And then Manolene was like hanging from one of these, like one of those guys from Ishgard that looks like they're gonna like fall. It's pretty funny. What did Anawa say here? You'll get it next time, my lord. That's fine. Ah, these two dorks. They're kind of outfit coordinated, too. Did he get new sunglasses? Did he get a fucking... They didn't get matching tattoos, did they? Or is that just because it's the outfit? Look at fucking Manolene. He has like a... on his, like, shoulder, it looks like he has a fucking... Yeah, right here. He's got a tattoo, and then he's got a matching tattoo here. Now, I'm sure people tell me just like, oh, the outfit has the tattoo as part of the outfit. But it looks like they got matching tattoos. I'm just saying. These guys be fucking. I'm pretty sure. God damn it. I can't do this in first person. You know, they cleaned it one time and immediately got filled with gum again. Oh, the gum wall? That must have looked like... I mean, I would have taken a picture of it clean, because what would that even look like? Oh my god, I can't even get on this first fucking step! Did he move these? I don't remember them being, like, this bad before. Oh god! Okay. I have this problem with jumping puzzles where I panic and then I overcorrect. And then I end up falling because, like, I would have made the jump if I had just committed to the jump. But then I panic and then I just ruin it for myself. Too tall, conking my head on things. There we go. Oh, damn it. Okay. Oh, look at that cute little... There's like a picture-taking area over here. How do you get to that? Do you actually have to jump over there? Let's try to get to that afterwards. I don't think this area lets you fucking fly over to that, so maybe you have to be good enough to jump up there. Oh god, it's the fucking Tim Burton one. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Unless you're outdoorsy. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm not like a big hiker. I haven't done the Kugane jumping puzzle. That one I actually managed to do, so if I can do it, anybody can do it. But this one I can't fully do, which is annoying as hell. But again, I panic more, I think, on this one than I do the Kugane one. Supposedly in Dawn Trail, I think there's another set of like jumping puzzles in Tuliolal somewhere. I just don't know where it is. I haven't like looked for it. But there's also like I think there's like a mini jumping puzzle in the residential area in Kugane as well. Pictomancy is a lot of fun. It's a little tricky because I know I'm not like optimizing my rotation or whatever. Because I know I could probably get better deeps if I actually gave a shit. But as I mentioned, I'm not like doing Savage tier, the raid tier this time around, so my brain is kind of like, eh. But even just kind of fucking around with the rotation, it seems pretty powerful. Like, it can give a black mage a run for its money sometimes. But it's just very fun and like dynamic looking, which is the thing I love the most about it. I don't know if, I guess, because you definitely have to have the expansion to be able to access the class, but I'm wondering, like, for example, because Cryptic, you're in Stormblood, right? I think? So, I wonder if it lets you access Pictomancer early, like, only if you're in Dawn Trail. Because they didn't always do that before, like, when they had jobs that started at lower levels, like 50 or whatever, you could get it outside of that expansion as long as you, like, had purchased the expansion? Oh, Shadowbringers, right, sorry. I always mix those up when people do the abbreviations. How you liking Shadowbringers? How far are you? I mean, it's not spoilers for me, because I obviously know what happened, but, like, have you gotten to anything particularly juicy? Kind of one of the more annoying fights, just because the little like bullet hell guys always seem to successfully grab me because I don't know their pattern. I'm not even sure they have a pattern, or if they just actually try to just get at you. Because dodging them on their own is easy, but then they add in like stuff like this, so you're worried about not getting hit by, you know, big killer circles and dodging people running forward trying to like grab you with their ankles. Oh fuck. Did I just get hit by something again? I thought I dodged that. Oh man, really? Oh shit, it grabbed my leg. Oh, I'm already fucked. I am already fucked. God damn it. I can't run. No. Stop, grab. These fucking things. Stop. Oh, god damn it. And then once you have the cat thing on your head, you can't do moves until it gets off your head, which is so fucking annoying. Come on. Please don't grab me. Gonna come back. Oh god. There's no. Oh, come on. I wasn't even next to that fucker. Son of a bitch. So the other thing annoying with these bullet hell guys is that you can look like you're not actually next to them, and sometimes they still grab you anyway. It's not like the little hearts that are in the what's her face, honeybee raid, where you could actually be pretty close to them, but as long as you're not like on top of them, you know, the hitbox is kind of generous for that. I haven't been playing it. I've been knee deep in. Oh, so you paused it altogether, huh? Had done sub for a bit due to finances. Plan on resubbing next paycheck. I already started my Dirge playthrough, so it might be a bit before I get. Oh, I get it. I mean, that is kind of one of the cool things about 14 is that they're very easygoing about people that resub or like pause their subs rather. It's like, unless you have a house, which is a problem in that case, you can go for all kinds of breaks. They don't say like, oh, if you don't resub by such and such time, you got to start over your character or whatever. But they do have the rule where I think you have to check into your house every, what was it, like 45 days or something? And so if you go past that, then you lose the house. I mean, you won't lose the items in the house. They get kind of sent to you or whatever. But the house, like the lot that the house is on, goes back up for sale. I think if you have like an apartment, you don't lose the apartment. But then it is one of those... Oh, God damn it. It is one of those things where, like, for the free company, somebody in the free company just needs to go inside that house at some point during the 45 days. It could be anybody in the free company. So that's a little easier. Because that would be a bummer if nobody in your free company checked the place in 45 days and then everybody loses all their shit. Yeah, for the life of me, I cannot manage more than one game at a time. Once I get into the game, I'm mostly like that, but like as you can see, even with like my streaming days, sometimes it's nice to just at one point during the week just mix it up with something else. I used to be very tunnel vision with like a game, like one game at a time, but I kind of like to mix it up now because it kind of keeps my brain like, it keeps it from being like hyper fixated. It's very easy to do that if I'm not careful. Yeah, it's good. I mean, if you're one of the types that's probably unsubbing anyway, then I would assume it's better not to go through the trouble of trying to get a house. Because it is kind of like a thing that shackles you into a subscription. Like I haven't... Oh, I need to watch where this teacup goes. I have to follow it because it's going to release some bullshit. Okay. I've never unsubbed, but I've always found like something to do. But I fully understand if other people like have to take a bit of time off, and it's also not cheap unless you're one of those people. Oh, wait, I have to watch this one. Is it this cup here? Anytime I don't pay attention in this particular boss fight is when I get wrecked. I think it was that. God, I hope that's right. Oh no, it's wrong. I'm so wrong. I was wrong. I forgot. That particular cup was right, but then I didn't look at the second cup where it stopped. God damn it. Shit, what was I gonna say? Oh, right. If you played during 1.0 and you got to a certain point in there and you'd been subbed at the time, then you're considered a legacy character. And so, as a bonus to legacy people, your subscription rate is permanently less. Because like an average person, I think the base rate for subscription is what, $12.99 a month? But I think Legacy people get it for like either $7 or $9 or something like that. It's pretty good. Oh god, I didn't look where the thing was. Was it that cup? Oh, I'm gonna get screwed. I didn't pay attention to the cup. I think it's this cup. Or just go where everybody else is. Whoa! Well, that was gonna get me. Yes, before Realm Reborn, if you played during the bad times, you were gifted, and it was also done as a way to thank people, because it was really those people that kind of kept the dream alive, because it showed that people still had an interest in the game as they were working on like fixing it. So Legacy players get a whole bunch of like perks at the time. They got a special looking chocobo that doesn't look like the typical one. You get a permanent, like an optional tattoo on your back that's like the Legacy tattoo. But more importantly for people's wallets, you get that permanent discount on your subscription. So all very interesting. There was something else you also get, and I can't remember. The only thing people get mad about now is it's been so long since the whole, switch to 2.0 that a lot of Legacy perks and stuff they don't do new ones. Like during Realm Reborn is when you get all those nice perks. Once they started going into the expansions, like for example, some things even change in 2.0 depending on if you are a Legacy player or not. Like your entrance at the beginning of the game is different. For anybody who wasn't a Legacy player, no matter which city you start in, you're usually on like one of the little like transports, and then you talk to like the typical like that one guy that you always bump into that's like the NPC, the friendly NPC guy. If you're a Legacy player, remember in the amazing Bahamut cutscene where he destroys Mordona and all that shit, Louis Soir teleports you out at the end? The Legacy player is that character. So your entire game starts with you being teleported back in. It's like as if the teleport was like heavily delayed and teleported you back to where you were like 5 years later, basically. But all the average people that started in 2.0 don't get that like entrance. And then, for example, when you meet up with the Scions early on in 2.0, they actually have a little bit where they remember you. Where they don't if you were just Joe Schmo, new adventurer that comes to start working with them in Realm Reborn. So that's kind of neat. They just haven't done anything like that since Realm Reborn. I guess they figured like, look, we gave all the Legacy people the nice perks. Now they basically get to reconvene with everybody else. And everybody gets, the same stuff. But every once in a while, there's some Legacy player that's like, we don't get to be recognized as much anymore. It's like, it's been 10 years. I don't know what more you want. Yeah, that's pretty great that they did all that for the people that stuck around. And it did make me kind of wish, like, I mean, there's no way I would have known what they were going to do with the game, but if I somehow had an inkling, like, hey, maybe this is worth playing, I would have stuck around. They did do something, so like, when it was determined that original 14 was a flop, they actually turned off subscriptions. Like, you didn't have to pay to be a subscriber at the time. But towards the end, when they were getting ready to get 2.0, Realm Reborn ready to go, they turned on subscriptions again. But that's the crucial time where, if you wanted to be considered a Legacy character, one of the requirements was you still needed to be subscribed by the very end before 1.0 went down. So some people that might have even been playing during 1.0 but like stopped like maybe months before didn't get the Legacy like acknowledgement, which is probably annoying. There was also some other thing where it's not just having played the game during 1.0, it's also you had to have progressed at least to a certain point in the plot. So I guess indicate that you played it enough to be like a Legacy character as opposed to just somebody who like logged in once the entire time. I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that that was a requirement. Oh. Oh, I didn't check. This real quick. Must be jarring to see how much this game has evolved since. It's really interesting. I will say, as somebody that did play it, I played the beta of 1.0 and then I didn't play 1.0 itself, but I did play all of. God damn it. I did play all of the games since then. It's such a gradual change that when you sit and think about, for example, moves that don't exist anymore, or like yeah, like abilities that have been kind of combined. Oh shit! I was not paying attention. That I stepped on the right thing. Whoops. Anyway, it's gradual enough that you don't really notice. But for a new player, it's probably like, what? Okay, I'm gonna do this right this time. I did. Oh, I guess I wasn't supposed to. Okay, ward against spirits. So I do need to go back to normal on that. Oh, they got it wrong that time. I was right. They were wrong. Oh, that's fine. That's how I am with DC Universe Online. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Played it when I was really young. I remember checking out recently and so much has changed. Yeah, so like that, and also I played SWTOR, Star Wars Old Republic, that first like couple of years, maybe a couple of years might be generous. Definitely the first like 1 or 2 years that it came out. And once in a while, I'll kind of log in and be like, what did I miss? And just like so much stuff has changed that I'm like, I don't even know where I'd pick up off of. You know, like I had done 2 or 3 characters up to a certain point with the story, but that was way back before like most of the expansions had even come out. And just a lot of things have changed in terms of quality of life for the game. And they did this thing at one point where when I was playing, it was a subscription-based game. And at one point they changed it to like, it's technically free to play, but they lock a bunch of stuff behind like little paywalls. So like, for example, being able to glamour items, you have to pay for that. Or like to hide a head slot, because some of the head items are ugly as fuck. You have to pay for that. Or, you know, to unlock certain dye colors for clothes even. And that's just for like superficial shit, you know? So that always kind of kills my interest in like going back, because I have one of those physical security dongle things, you know, the authenticator. So whenever you have one of those, you get something like 100 cartel coins every month from Old Republic. And I've just been, over the years, accumulating cartel coins because like they don't stop doing that on my account. So I have a lot of those coins that they use to let you purchase unlocks the things. It's just that I would need so many that it kind of makes it not worth it. I'm gonna miss this jump. So that's the other side of the coin where I don't want to go back to it because too much has changed in that regard. Yeah, paywall lock changes suck. I'm sure maybe they got a more of an influx of players because of the free aspect, but you know they don't stick around. Inventory. I think some of the inventory space also might have been, like, you don't get your full inventory slots. They would kind of nickel and dime all these little elements of the game. And then if you ever paid a little bit of money at some point, even that was a status. So you'd have the super free-to-play players that never put a cent into it, that would be very restricted. And then there's another status up from that called, I think, Preferred or something, where it's like at any point, if you ever, I don't know, put like $5 into the game or something, you automatically get that slightly better status where you can like unlock more shit. Oh god, I'm not even gonna do this. Oh, I'm so bad with jumping puzzles. And then obviously up from that would be just straight up subscriber. But the problem I always had, I don't know if it's the same with DC Universe Online, but the strength and the weakness for me of SWTOR was the story. Because obviously BioWare game, everybody's in it for the story. You have a lot of different character types that you could play, god damn it, that you could play as, you know, both good side, bad side. And each one has their own unique story, which sounds cool. Like, I want to be a bounty hunter. Cool. You have your own story. You want to be a Sith warrior? You have your own story. If you want to be a Jedi Knight, your own story. And then there are some moments in between that are like crossover events. Like, fuck, I forgot what it was. Like, early on in the game, you could do this. It was like a instance fight that anybody could join, usually a party of what, like 4 or something, that had its own story. Like, you guys were all tourists or riders on the ship. A thing happens on the ship, like some Imperials try to like ransack it or something. And then like there's a mini story in there that has nothing to do with your job story, which is cool. So they would have that kind of thing periodically, like an overarching plot line. The problem was, as soon as you start, you know, getting to the end of the story stuff, which is the interesting bit, all you have left is like the grindy MMO shit, which is around the time that I stopped. Now, granted, this is before expansions and stuff, but I hit kind of the end at the time of the bounty hunter and scoundrel storylines, I think. And I was like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this each time. Didn't the Old Republic also lock all your hotbars? Yeah, so like more hotbars. I think they only give you X number unless you unlock more. Again, if you're just a full subscriber, everything's unlocked. But if you only want to like pay money sometimes, then like all the shit gets locked. And then once you pay to unlock it, it does permanently stay unlocked. But then the other thing is it would only do that usually, I think, per character. So you had 2 different kind of unlocks. One that's per character, one that's account-wide. The account-wide unlocks I remember being pretty fucking expensive because obviously it applies to anything you make. So that's the other issue as well. No, thanks for the follow, Suffering Nim. Oh, I am. Sorry. That's what your name is. Thank you. Welcome. DCO is kind of baby's first MMO. I remember it being really fun when I was young. It still has a lot of charm, but man, is it not. You know the one that I loved, and I think it's dead? Because I left it and I forgot about it, and then I think it did die, was City of Heroes. That's an old one that, god damn it, that I really enjoyed back in the day. Because everybody would make these like almost illegal knockoff characters that were basically like DC or Marvel characters. And then they did this cool shit where, like, because they were all heroes, you could like craft like an origin story. Although it was so bare bones then, like your origin story was basically just like text. It wasn't truly like, oh my god, I'm so bad at jumping today. It wasn't truly like a cutscene or anything. Yeah, City of Villains was... I think I had already stopped playing it around the time that... Because was City of Villains like an expansion or something? I remember making like a Green Lantern knockoff. Some kind of rogue character. It was always like references to... Oh, fuck. I'm not going to be able to do this today. I can't jump for shit. But the potential of City of Heroes was always cool. The only problem is it was very gamey. Like, the city itself was very basic. There wasn't a lot to it. You were really just going from empty place to empty place, looking for like bad guy enemies to kill. Oh shit. Oh my god, I just can't. I can't get my shit together. Come on, I at least want to get kind of high up there. But it's really interesting to see how different the approaches were. I even played the beta for... Oh god, what was that cartoony one? If anyone remembers Wildstar. Played the beta for that and I was like, this is kind of neat. The visual style was cool. But even in the beta, I was like, it already kind of feels like there's not that much to do. Like it just, like I'm assuming all the raiding and stuff was going to be really cool, but they didn't have that in the, oh my god, in the beta. And things just seemed just empty enough that I was like, I don't know if I could see this lasting long term. It wasn't an MMO, but the Marvel Diablo clone. Oh, I didn't know there was a Diablo clone. When was that released? I mean, shit, even Diablo's having some problems. My husband got Diablo 4, and he's already like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this. I think it's lost its luster far earlier than any of the previous Diablo games. And of course there's, 11 that I played for entirely too long. I feel like so much of the people that love 11, I think we have to admit to ourselves it's more nostalgia than anything else. It is not aged great. It's still a very demanding game. Although at least now you could just do it with a bunch of NPCs the way they've like updated things. There we go. There we go. No! Fuck! God damn it. I overcompensated again. Marvel Heroes was released in 2013. Oh! So is it still playable, or was it like a server-based thing so that you can't, like, it's shut down, like you can't play it anymore? Oh god, I knew from that when I need to do this not on keyboard probably. I wonder if it's easier to do it on a controller. It's not in the cards. Oh god, speaking of cards, I don't want to spoil it. I was gonna say, one of the things that caught me by surprise in the Deadpool Wolverine movie was a certain character with some cards. I was not expecting to see them. God damn it. It was pretty funny. And his moves were actually kind of cool when he actually started fighting. But, I will say, some people aren't meant to have face-hugging costume wear, you know? Just looked kind of weird. Like he had gotten his wisdom teeth pulled, even though he hadn't. Oh god. Come on. Come on. At least get to the next part. At least get to the next part. No! Oh wait, I don't have to climb up here. It shut it down and wait, controversy? What was the controversy? Is it because how similar it was to Diablo? I mean, that doesn't seem right though. I wonder if changing my frame rate would make this easier. Didn't somebody claim before that if you changed it to like 30 frames, like the jumps were easier? Let's see. I don't know. Oh god, this looks so much worse instantly. Let's see if I can jump better. Whoop! Already worse. They accepted cash purchases knowing it was shutting. Oh, that's shit. So you could pay right up until like the last fucking day, and then just instantly lose access to all that? Forget that. Wait, why does that sound familiar? I didn't play that, did I? Hold on. Marvel Heroes 20. What does that look like? Oh yeah, no, I didn't.
What?
Wait, did I play this?
Now, it said investigate the nightclub.
Wait a minute, maybe I actually did. Now that I'm looking at gameplay
Oh,
of
it
it,
still hit me. I didn't time it right.
this looks
But
really
overall,
fucking
this isn't
familiar.
really anything crazy to talk about, but keep in mind I'm still only like, what, level 7 or something like that? So obviously,
Okay, it's
high...
gameplay. I might have actually played this. Now that I'm like seeing it in action, but I definitely didn't play it long term. That's interesting. God, there's too many games out there. But that's the worst mark of a, not necessarily developer, but certainly a publisher. If they're that money hungry that they know the shit's shutting down and they still take your money anyway. I mean, it would be one thing if they at least ended it by somehow turning it into like a standalone game where it's like, okay, now you just played single player or something. Like, not a great solution, but at least you still have access to it in some capacity. But to not do that at all, it's like, well, fuck you. Oh, come on. I don't know what the hell's going on. I used to be able to do this, like, at least to the, like, that last section of the thing. Now I'm just, like, screwing up constantly. Feels bad, man. Let's turn the frame rate back up. One more try. I also feel like there's some days where I'm really good at the jumps and other days where it's not happening. Kind of like, you know, art. Some days I could draw some amazing shit and the other days it's like it's not coming out. Let's try tomorrow. Maybe it's the keyboard. I definitely didn't have the same keyboard when I was... Ah, fuck. I'm almost thinking my newer keyboard is very sensitive. And I'm just basically tapping the key, the W key, and it's still going like way too far. I have like a touch sensitive or a pressure sensitive keyboard. I had a big clunker before when I used to do these things. Oh my god, I can't even make the jump now. Ugh! Oh, one other thing that was annoying about Old Republic was they just couldn't help themselves. They just had to put Revan in there at some point. And yeah, of course, oh shit, I get it. You know, Revan, popular, Knights of the Old Republic, all that stuff. But they should have known that it would just rub everybody the wrong way, taking a character that, while technically on some level was canon, was a customizable canon character that would have different outcomes depending on how you played it. And then suddenly be like, oh, but this is like, oh my god, this is like how this character, like they wrote a novel, married Bastila, had a kid, then fucked up and went back to the dark side. Got his soul separated or something by the Emperor of that time. Like some weird shit. I always thought it was a mistake to just straight up say what Revan was. The best thing they ever did was to let people, you know, just choose for themselves. Oh my god, this is not gonna work. What the hell? This is Chocobo. Oh, it's got the Byakko. I thought at first it was wrapped with, like, mummy wrappings, because it's all silver and, like, blue, but I think that's the Byakko tiger thing. Like, they did this one thing that was really smart when I was playing Old Republic. There's this area, this common area, where they had this cult. And it was essentially the cult of Revan. And whoever wrote that was fucking smart, because when you talk to each one of the cult members, they all said different things about what they believed Revan was. One of them said it was a guy, one of them said it was a girl, one of them said, like, oh, they turned from the light. So it kind of accounted for the fact, like, everybody could have done something different with Revan. And initially when I was playing the game, I'm like, oh, this is a really smart way of acknowledging Revan. This is from a different time period. And then moving on. But then what did they do? But in their main fucking story, have a ghost of Revan come back that you have to fight, that you kill. And then I can't remember later because I had stopped playing at that point. I think the other part of Revan comes back and then you actually help them, and it's just so stupid. It just makes Revan seem like a dumbass. Like, oh, you're a failure in life and death, apparently. All right, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. That's just me forever being salty about Old Republic. And now we're in the situation where we don't even know if that supposed Knights of the Republic remake is even going to get made. Can I not get up here? Because it was handed off to some other... Is it still part of Embracer Group? I can't even remember. Oh, am I supposed to jump over to that one? I'm not going to make that. Whoa! Oh, I did make it. Oh no, here we go. Oh, God. Okay. Oh. Okay. Nope. I remember there was a way you could sneak up here before to get to this. I don't know if it works anymore. No, maybe not. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just fucking hoping BioWare makes it through with this next game. I'm probably thinking too far ahead about any further Knights of the Old Republics or any of that shit. I feel like Dragon Age is like the last hurrah if things don't work out. Oh, okay, okay. How do I do this? Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I don't know if I can make this jump. Oh my god, I did it! I did it! Okay, now it's getting dicey. Now I have to jump. Oh! Can I not jump high enough for that? Oh, I actually have to jump. Oh no. Fuck. I had to jump on this thing, and then I had to jump on that. I wonder if I could have just dropped down. I don't think that would have worked, though. God damn it. Oh, okay. Right. Ooh. Jump too far. Okay. Can I just jump up here? I don't think I can. Oh. No. Oh god. Can we just drop down? Oh! Hey! What do you know? Okay, okay. Okay. Now, I definitely fucked up here. Because this stupid thing is... I know everybody jumps the same, even though they look like a tiny Lalafell or they look like a tall Ellison. They technically jump the same. But this just looks like I'm just smacking my head on this thing. You have to wait till, like, the last fucking second and then jump on this. Or wait. I could... try to inch my way off here. Fuck! I hate that jump. This is a nightmare for me. This is my nightmare. This is like... is this purgatory, basically, for somebody? Oh, motherfucker! Come on. Come on. I chickened out of that jump. It wasn't enough. Anyway. Oh, if you guys haven't already seen it, Preach also did a... he just released a video on YouTube about his, like, his feelings about Dawn Trail. It does have a bit of a clickbaity title about, like, the most divisive MSQ in history or some, you know, whatever.
Are you flirting with me, Commander?
Hey, Intolerance.
Don't tell me. Let me live in the illusion.
Welcome. How you doing? But yeah, so like, clickbait title, but when I was watching it, I was like, I actually agree with a lot of the shit that he's saying. Oh no! Fuck! Okay, I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing all that shit again. I know I've been up there before, I'm not doing it again. Let's see. I do want to see what's up on this side here, though. There's some fun, like, I think, picture-taking moments or something over here. Whee! So they get some kind of... It's either hot food or cold food. So they have this ice dessert or like hot curry. Kind of interesting combo. And then here, if you have, there's like a Power Ranger outfit that you could get from previous, I think, was it last year's Moonfire Faire? It looks like a Power Ranger, basically. I remember posing here because they have the little spotlights, and then periodically there's these great, like, whatchamacallits, pyrotechnics that'll happen. So what you could do is, I could do G-pose. Oh, whoops. Type it in fucking caps. Oh, was that me fucking up my jump? Yeah, of course it is. Damn it. If I pause... I guess I can't pause the effects. But what I can do is do like, let me hide the little corn guy. There's like Power Ranger moves. You're like, ha, hoo, ha, and then explosion, explosion, explosion. And then you can take a picture during that. Let's see. If I do this one. One. And then, let's see. Let me try a different one. Like freeze himself. And then you basically wait for the explosions to happen and then take a picture. Let's see. I'm gonna wait for the explosion. Explosion. Game. There you go. Click. Take a picture. I think Hasbro is going to auction off its rights to Power Rangers. Really? Is it not making money for them anymore? Kind of surprised. Oh, there's this other area over here that's cute for picture taking with these little bombs. I don't know how you get up to that one. You probably have to do some crazy jump. There's this cute thing with like a chocobo or something up there. But you can't ride a mount in this area to get up there. So I think what you... God, I think what you literally have to do is get to the jumping board from the fucking top of the puzzle and then jump to here. That's the only way you can properly get there. Which, I don't know if this existed last year, this little specialty platform. Maybe this is your reward from being able to climb that high. You jump here and then you get to take an exclusive picture that only people that can actually get there can take. Yeah. Yeah, Hasbro... Ugh. Aren't they technically the ones that are foaming it or frothing at the mouth to do a Baldur's Gate 4? Because it's not going to be Larian. Larian's like, we're done. We're moving on to other stuff. But Baldur's Gate 3 made way too much money. It was too acclaimed for Hasbro to ever just step away from that. There's no way. Now, the problem that they don't realize is, unless you match that with some equally amazing developer, people aren't going to give a fuck about Baldur's Gate 4. They'll probably just write it off and be like, oh, that's the Hasbro game. You don't care about that one. I mean, I certainly would. Just think that. God, this is such a cool bike. I wish it stayed a bike when you were in the air, though. This, whatever this, like, drone thing is decidedly less cool looking to me. But yeah. There's some little area where you can, like, sit. Is it over here? Sit by the sea in this nice little reclining chair. Oh, here we go. There's somebody in it. Sometimes there's a person here. Oh, there's a loperate here. It's pudding way. Pudding, 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 firm and cold. Pudding, 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 worth its weight in gold. That's what he's singing here. Why is he pudding way here? Oh, Jesus. I need to fall. But yeah, this is a cute spot to like sit. I think I can sit on this one. Like, it's a little awkward and then he'll adjust himself in a second and then it'll look more, I think it looks more appropriate. There we go. Kind of a nice spot. So like, so much of Costa del Sol is good for like picture taking. Look out this way. Let's give him a little smile. Smile. Is it slightly out of focus? What the hell? Oh. Although it's nighttime, so it kind of bums me out that I can't get a better shot, but... This Brazilian wax... Oh! Oh no, his leg! However they rig these characters, look at that poor... He's like dislocating his leg, like his hip is just... That doesn't look natural. So, it like twisted around. Shouldn't be doing that. You know, for such a graphical update, I've noticed that they didn't do a lot of changes to the body polygons. Like, the hands aren't quite as blocky as they were before, so that is an improvement. But the body itself still looks... That looks fine. His hip joint is teeny tiny. That, I don't know. Oh, that also looks... That polygon bend there looks pretty rough. It's like... Not even current gen. Anyway. No, I feel like in general, overall body stuff is... It really is. There's some things that games still have a problem with. One in particular, not that I'm not a character rigger, but I've seen this when animating them, is raising arms. Because this is such a pain in the ass, this huge meaty ball and socket joint area, where what they did in the olden days was, you know, why people call it a T-pose, is people would do their posing of their character and the skinning of the character, you know, painting weights and stuff with the arms extended. The problem is, of course, if you do it in any other way, the bend of that joint will look kind of weird. So nowadays, what I think a lot of people do, most people, is actually an A pose, where it's not flat out like this, but it's angled like 45 degrees. You can't see because I have to zoom out the camera. But it's angled down at like a 45 degree instead, because that tends to give a better looking skinning to the arm. But you still have that problem with both, where if somebody's like, yay, yay, like with their arm, this, as even you can see on my shirt here, the bunching up of the skin there is really problematic. So now you get crazy stuff where you can even do like smart like learning, like processing of that stuff, so you can get it moving. Like it's not just that static skinning. Like you can actually get it to skin like more dynamically. But it's obviously that's more next gen stuff, and it's more resources and effort to do. Yeah, lots of wrinkles and shit. That's just the way it is. I think a lot of people usually kind of forgive that because, you know, it's a game and you don't think too much about it. But, you know, you want this stuff to look as realistic as possible, right? Oh, wait! There's all the cactuars! That's where they went. So what happened to the other guy? Where's the Ellison dude? Is he over here? Must be in a different spot. I thought they were all hanging out together. Let's see. Oh, he's over here. What is he doing? Cactuar crisis under control. The festival is proceeding apace. Enjoy yourself, my friend. Okay, so he's just like around. Oh my god, what are these guys doing? I think these guys were from a previous year's event. These guys are all getting ready for the climbing event. At night, this dude looks like he's not wearing clothes. This one dude is so dark. His black shorts look like he's just not wearing anything at all. I mean, these two at least have some kind of stuff on. What does this guy look during the day? I thought I was tan, but this dude is another level. He is like literally soot black. Yeah. I almost want to wait. Let's see, how long till daybreak? It's only 4 a.m. Eorzea time. I want to stick around and see if yeah, he's dark as fuck. But what's funny is his hair is like a light straw colored. We'll just hang out here for a minute. Actually, wait, I want to go to that. Can we actually go to that lighthouse over there? Or is it going to block us? Ah, damn it. I wanted to see that lighthouse. I want to wait till sunrise and see if this dude is still as dark as he's supposed to be. See, they're already getting a little brighter looking. The sun is slowly shifting, but it's still too early. I was thinking this whole, like, earlier part of the day about if anybody's seen the Deadpool Wolverine movie, the whole intro sequence with the Bye 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 song. I love his dance. I mean, I guess, I don't know if it's spoilers, it's right at the beginning of the thing, but he's so dynamic and fun to watch. I know my husband was probably rolling his eyes in the theater while that whole sequence is playing out, but I liked it a lot. I think it's the perfect amount of Deadpool to have a movie every, like, what was it, 6 or 7 years? Obviously, if you have, I mean, because Disney can't help itself. If you have a Deadpool movie every 1 or 2 years, I think people get tired of them real fast. But when you space it out that much, it kind of refreshes you a little bit. And it also helps that, I mean, if we're being honest, like 85% of the previous phase, was it phase 4 or whatever, the Marvel Universe has not been great. So having something that steps in and just kind of makes jokes, is irreverent, shits on things, you know, is fun. Like, it's a nice breath of fresh air after, you know, the Eternals and, God, was it the Marvels? And so many forgettable, Quantumania, like, all these things, like, nobody gives a shit about most of these things, or they also just weren't that interesting. I can't believe they were saying they were going to do an Eternals 2. That first one is so boring. You really want to do another one? And they all, like, I think there's an inherent trickiness with writing characters that are not human, but you want them to be relatable. And so some people write, you know, since they're not human, they write them a bit detached, or like it's tough for them to deal with their emotions, or whatever the fuck. But the downside with that is that when you do that, they all sound like they're bored, they don't give a fuck. And so many of those characters I just could not relate with. Even that main character, was her Cersei or whatever her name was? She seems like she's supposed to be all angsty and emotional, and yet I was like, is she acting? I've seen her in other things and she's great. In this one movie, it's like everybody's got their energy level turned down like halfway. They're definitely not doing an Eternals 2. Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, I think they're taking advantage of the fact that they've shown those big god eternal things. So visually, some of that stuff might show up in the Marvel Universe, but I think they're definitely dropping it as a standalone, like, media product, which is probably for the best. I don't know. They have a lot of hurdles to to get over. Why is it still not? This lighting is weird. What time is this? It's 5:30 in the morning in Eorzea. It's not quite light time. On one end, there's the Star Trek approach, and the other end is Cthulhu. Wait, what? Cthulhu? You mean Star Trek like the J.J. Abrams reboots? I wasn't... Okay. I was not the biggest Star Trek nerd. I did watch Star Trek a lot back in the day, but I wasn't one of those people that's like, don't do this. Why are you doing this? So like when the first Abrams movie came out, I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. It did kind of wreak a little havoc with the original continuity because you get like a Spock that came in from the other one. And it's like, oh no, you're forcibly blending these things that are not the same. But in general, I was like, hey, this is not bad. And then as the movies came out, I was like, oh no. I can see where people are already getting pissed, like having fucking Benedict Cumberbatch or whatever the fuck his name is as Khan and all that stuff, and Beastie Boys music in the third movie, although I think the third movie was actually more fun than the previous one. I'm thinking TNG era where they kind of embodied different traits of human but exaggerated. Oh, you mean like non-human beings. Yeah, aliens. Yeah, Next Generation did a lot of things right in terms of just making a lot of their characters feel like legitimately different beings and peoples. Have a lot of lore in that particular series out of all the Star Trek stuff, and like still a lot of care went into it. Although I was going to say what's funny is I was watching this YouTube video where they compiled how many times. So I guess, you know, because they all their computer screens in the background were really just like black sheets of like plastic or whatever, you know, that they pretend that they're touching or getting readouts from or whatever. The problem with that, of course, is that it's highly reflective to all the fucking stage lights and reflections of cameras and other shit that would happen when they're shooting. So their very low-key way to resolve that problem was apparently they would just get like, black construction paper and like tape it over anytime there was like an obvious like light reflecting or shining off of the screen. And to their credit, when I was watching this shit when I was younger, just on TV, I never noticed any of that shit. But when they actually started compiling like scenes where you could see that stuff and you know what to look for, it's like, oh, it's just blatantly like paper on top of this part of the panel, and sometimes like covering over readouts and stuff. But you're not really looking at that, right? So it distracts you well enough that you don't think about it. And the same thing with like boom mics randomly showing up in parts of the screen, and that's reflections of stage hands in things. So it's almost kind of quaint, nostalgic, you know, that those kind of errors happen. Okay, now it's daytime. This guy is still way dark. Okay, he is consistently deep dark brown. It's confirmed. He is Mr. Chocolate. This other guy's vaguely green. Oh! Reminded me of the Hulk. Did you guys see the fucking Hulk transformation of Harrison Ford Hulk for the next Captain America movie? I gotta admit, this is very superficial of me. I almost want to go see that movie just so I could see whatever couple of minutes of red Harrison Ford Hulk there is of him running around as the Hulk. Because, come on, you know that's going to be fucking insane, right? Yeah, Harrison Ford. So, if you watch the Marvel movies, in the older movies, William Hurt played Thunderbolt Ross, that one like official that was always kind of like getting on the Avengers' ass about like, hey, you guys blew up this thing in this country, you shouldn't do that, you know, like he was a major problem during like the Civil War movie. William Hurt died, so Harrison Ford was picked up to be a replacement for that particular character. And also it just so happens that his first time playing that character is also going to be the first time that he's going to turn into the Red Hulk. Let me see if I can find a picture of that. Because I'm sure there's a bunch of that now. I don't know if I want to show the video, because who knows if Disney will just be like, strike that stream. I don't want to risk it, but it's got to be a picture. Because they, at D23, they apparently showed him transforming behind a presidential podium. But it looked kind of like PS4 graphics. So maybe they just had to work on that a little bit more. Wait, is this other people making this? Is that actually his face? There's too many fucking things around here where I'm not sure if it's really like the legit thing or, you know, as people do, some fucking AI shit. Hold on. Oh, they're like, this is totally from the movie. Damn, Harrison Ford still have... I mean, he did just have an Indiana Jones movie that came out. Fucking movie. Here we go. So, like, now you get people like this that are just making a red Harrison. This is not, obviously, from the thing. Let's see, I'm going to open that. This looks like it actually was from it. Okay, so, like, they made him hairy as fuck, which is funny. Big close-up on his face there. Like, it actually, his face still kind of looks... Whoops, why is it doing this? Oh, god damn it. Why is it not letting me just look at this image? You just paste that? No, I can't. Hold on. This one. Threads? I don't even have a Threads account. Well, whatever. I can't find it. I'm uncomfortable with the thumbnail that said red red hot. It's so funny though, because when he's not transformed, he's old as fuck. But to their credit, his head shape, similar to Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk, it looks like Harrison Ford. So, like, good job. I'm trying to find... Oh, this is just artwork. That's deviant art. That's fake as fuck. Once again, it's... Can't zoom in on that. Whatever. I mean, for being... Yeah, in his 80s, he's old. But, I mean, he's still got quite the career. And what's good is, like, he kind of also knows where to... He's not trying to actually do a lot of physical stunts himself, honestly. Wait, is this actually... Hold on. I have to see for myself if this is actually the clip. Oh. Oh, okay. Where are people getting that thing where he looked at the camera? You know what? Fuck it. Here. So it's the President of the United States, and he's huge. He's all steaming because he just changed his, like, form. But you see from there, like, somehow people got some other picture of him, like, his face really close up somehow. I don't know where the fuck they got that from. Whether that was a different part of D23, perhaps. Yeah, red hot. Why did they say red hot? So funny. Anyway. I hope by the time the movie comes out, they fix the shade of red to look more like actual skin. I don't think they will, though, because that's the whole thing with Red Hulk. He looks like he ate like a million fucking red Twizzlers. He's just that fucking red. I mean, to be fair, Hulk was also, I mean, part of it's not even the color, it's just like how cartoonishly huge they are. Like, can you really make that look realistic? The most realistic the Hulk got was in Endgame, where if you notice, they like noticeably not shrunk him, but his proportions were made a bit more realistic, and his face was definitely nowhere near as like cartoonishly like altered, because it looks a lot more like Ruffalo's face. But that's the only way they could get it to looking actually like believable as a real person. The Ed Norton one was better for me than the Eric Bana one. I thought Eric Bana looked more like an appropriate switchover, because the problem I always had with the Ed Norton Hulk movie is he looks nothing like the Hulk. You take a little string bean like Edward Norton, and then suddenly he turns into like a completely different face, obviously different body. But at least Bana, they kind of tried to make the Hulk face look a little bit like his face. And he was already of that kind of body type that looked like it was just, okay, we just take this guy and we just make him bigger. You know? I don't know. It does bother me that technically the Edward Norton is the same Bruce Banner, that Ruffalo is, and they just never talk about the fact that, like, hey, this is the same Tony Stark, but this is clearly like a different looking Bruce. Just don't think about it. Don't worry about it. You know. But I don't know. Brave New World. I don't really care about Falcon. I unless they actually give him super serum, I kind of don't care. Like, I feel like that to me is a requirement for Captain America, whoever Captain America is. You're fighting with superpowered people, and you're just like with metal wings, and that's it. You can't do shit. You can't actively fight a red, ginormous Harrison Ford. You have no chance. You know, like, I get what they're trying to, like, I watched the TV show, and I get what they're trying to go for just thematically. It's just that in practicality, it would not work out well. People would be kicking Captain America's ass all the time. And then that starts ruining that character for people as like a hero figure, because he's too human. They recast Rhodey. Oh yeah, apparently Terrence Howard went fucking nuts or something. He says some weird shit from time to time. Bring in the Punisher, who has the power of guns. Aren't they actually bringing in the Punisher? I think all those Netflix Marvel, like street Marvel heroes, or street level Marvel heroes, I thought were getting brought in, except for Iron Fist, which I think they ruined that so badly. I feel like nobody wants to try again with Iron Fist. Like, Daredevil's the most successful one because they definitely want to bring him in somehow. I mean, Charlie Cox is already in the Spider-Man movie, basically. Oh, thanks for the follow, Snakes, you filthy animal. Welcome. Punisher's gonna be in Daredevil Reborn. Perfect. Is it gonna still be, what's his name? John Bernthal? Or whatever? The same guy from before? He wasn't bad. They might be restarting Daredevil with Daredevil, Punisher, and Kingpin, which are the best characters. Yeah. By far the best characters. Pretty good. I mean, Vincent D'Onofrio is kind of weird sometimes, but I think he did a good Kingpin. Although I know he's done a bunch of characters, but whenever I see him, I just always think sugar water. Like the fucking dude from the first Men in Black. I can't ever unsee the sugar water. Alien. Yeah, it's all the same people. Awesome. Well, that's good. What about, are they bothering with like Elektra? I know that was from that season that seemed a bit more divisive, right? Because wasn't that like season 3 or something of Daredevil? I don't know if I watched that one. I don't think I did. But yeah. Actually, wait, can I join in? I have squats, don't I? There we go. Wait, I have to match. Oh, too fast. I'm too fast. I'm too fast and lean. Nope. Too fast. Too fast again. There we go. One of these things is not like the other. What was I saying? Fuck. Oh, right, Daredevil stuff. I wish they'd have Luke Cage though. Like it seems like they've just kind of went la la la. I'm not listening. You know about Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, which is too bad because I like that. Elektra's kind of meh along with Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, and Luke. Yeah, those two were great, and they were interesting, like well cast. I feel bad for the Iron Fist guy because I'm sure he's a fine guy. It's just that that approach that they took. What a version of the character that nobody probably wanted. And also, he just didn't look like he was doing the moves like in a legit manner. It's like this young white guy that's like, yeah, I'm the most amazing martial artist ever. Just do like really generic looking shit. It's just like, what? Is that actual martial arts? What is this? The Jessica Jones TV show was great. It was, and wasn't... Did that come before Luke Cage? What was the order of operations in Netflix? It was Daredevil first, obviously, right? And then Jessica Jones? I really like that he used an iPod. I mean, I think I have the same problem with Iron Fist that I do with, like, say, Green Arrow or something. You take a guy that on the surface just looks like a typical schlub, and then suddenly give him a backstory where he got super trained and all this kind of other nonsense, and it's like, now he's supposed to be a badass? I don't know. Jessica Jones before Luke Cage. Okay, that's what I thought. Which is a really good way of leading into Luke Cage, because it's like, he showed up for like a minute, right, in Jessica Jones? And then, yeah, Iron Fist. Then wasn't Iron Fist mushed in with that, because they did that, like, one series that was all of them, Defenders or whatever, which I really didn't watch, although I liked the intro theme. I used it in a Tron Uprising music video that I made one time randomly enough. But the show itself was like, see, we're all friends. It's like, nah. He was a major part of season 1 of Jessica Jones. Right, okay. And that's when they were like an item for like a minute, right? Because I thought once they got to the Luke Cage show, they had like broken up, or they were on a, as Ross says, they were on a break or something. Yeah. There's just so many Marvel characters that they could possibly pull from for shows and movies and stuff. That's why I was honestly surprised that Agatha got her own goddamn show. It's like, was she that popular, or is it just because it's easier? Because otherwise, there's all these other characters. I mean, especially now that you've kind of unlocked even more by having the whole Guardians of the Galaxy part of the universe just existing. I have zero memory of the plot of Defenders. Yeah, all I remember is that they were forcibly kind of put together to do stuff. And I don't remember that team dynamic really feeling legit. I mean, amongst certain characters, yes. But as a singular team, I was like, this just feels like someone smushed them all together. It doesn't feel like they actually want to all be in the same room. And particularly with Iron Fist, because it's like, he really got shoehorned in there. It's unfortunate for the actors, is the way it is, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm also a little worried that, like, since they love doing the TV show thing, what if somebody gets tempted to do, like, a Deadpool TV show or something like that at some point? Like, kind of not miscasting, but, like, some characters I feel work better in increments. Like, not a ton of it. And other ones do need more time so that they feel better rounded out. It's purely because people love Catherine Hahn. I do like her a lot. I just feel like I personally don't kind of care about the whole witch thing. I know there are witches in the Marvel Universe. I just don't really care. Similar to like how I don't care about Greek gods and other mythical figures technically existing in the Marvel Universe. Like Hercules existing, don't really care. This reminds me of the Disney one. Did I tell you that I had a crush on the Disney Hercules for a while? As a kid, obviously, but a teen. But I was made fun of at one point because like I actually liked the not thick Hercules. I don't know. Thick Hercules was also good, but like I also found you know what it kind of reminds me of All Might from fucking My Hero Academia, where I like both versions of All Might. I don't like just big burly I am here, you know. You remember that? Okay. Of course you remember that. I don't care about the connection to the wider MCU. I just want witchy fall media. Oh, that, you know what? That is smart if it comes out around Halloween. Now that you mention it that way, I could see how it's a valid, you know, like how they did Hocus Pocus 2, which I heard was awful. I didn't watch it. They want something for that time of the year, right? So it gets people to watch just purely because, like, oh, I need something festive to get me in the mood for Halloween. You like the nerdy high school Herc? Yeah! Oh, Milo! So, like, if you guys watched Disney's Atlantis with what's her face? Milo, which is Michael J. Fox, and what's her face? God damn it. Cree Summer as Tequila? What was her name? Shit. Why am I forgetting it now? I like them a lot. I feel like they're a very underrepresented couple in terms of Disney animated couples. No, Cree Summer, but what was the character's name? Oh, Keita, not Keela. That was close. I like both of them. I feel like in their own movie, they didn't get enough time together because the movie really wanted to... I mean, the movie was driving plot. It wasn't necessarily driving relationship because then suddenly, all of a sudden, they were a couple and it was like, oh, it's in the movie. But I did like Milo a lot. But it's because it's Michael J. Fox. I had a crush on Michael J. Fox for a very long time. Because he's adorable. How tall do you think he is, though? He does look like he's very short. Which is fine. I'm short. That's fine. But yeah, I always had a thing for, like, the dorky characters. Because they're always kind of, like, lovable, you know? There's a lot to like there. They're not, like, tough, necessarily, and they're not, like, burly. The biggest flaw of that movie is that they spent too much time on the trip to Atlantis and not enough time in Atlantis. Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. Like, once they're actually together, the movie's already in, like, practically Act 3. And you're not really getting to see enough time, like, in the city, getting to see, like, what Keita was going through. Like, you get little snippets of it, like, when they kind of go underwater and they, like, bond, looking at all the, like, the murals and stuff of the past civilization and shit. It's not enough. I need more. And then apparently they made, like, a TV movie or, like, a TV series. But I tried looking at it one time, and it's like the animation quality is ass. It looks fucking awful. So I didn't want to delve into that for risk of ruining my good nostalgic feelings for the first movie. Plus, there's no way it was voiced still by Michael J. Fox. I'm sure they picked some other dude's voice for Milo, so that also already ruins it. But the one problem I had with that movie is that it looked like every character in it was designed and came from a different movie. Because none of the character designs really went together. Like, you had the badass lady that was the second in command that looked like she was from one movie. You had the James Garner bad guy that was, like, super angular. Milo was super angular, but then some of the side characters were, like, roly-poly. So they don't really look like they have a connective tissue of some kind of style element. They all just look like they were super different. So that I thought could have been a little bit better. I don't know if it wasn't character designed by the dude that does Hellboy, is it? What's his face? I remember one time knowing who Mike Mignola, or maybe he designed one or two of the characters. For some reason, my brain is remembering a connection between him and Atlantis, and I don't know if that actually was correct or not. My favorite was the New York Italian guy. Yeah! It was the dude from SNL. What's his face? Because he just did the same voice as the father. Was it Padre or whatever the fuck his character was at SNL back in the day, like in the 80s. It's like, oh, we blew up all those people, but it was nobody we knew, so it was okay. Like, just his laissez-faire kind of fucking attitude about everything was so funny to me. He liked oregano. Yeah, he had like a flower, or he ran some kind of floral business or something, like outside of the Atlantis work. He had an interesting backstory. I was like, okay, that's an unusual guy. Yeah. It was a good effort. I still wouldn't rank it low compared to like some other Disney movies. And then there's other ones that I don't love as much as everybody else loves. Like, some people I know super love Tarzan. It's okay. I also don't like monkeys and apes and stuff though. So that's probably why I'm like, I don't really need to watch this movie. But yeah, I think Aladdin is probably my all together like if I had to watch a Disney movie a bunch of times, it's gonna be Aladdin. Because it still works so well every single time. Animation's great, characters are great. Hercules is kind of there, but like the pop culture references do get kind of old because that's pretty dated. Yeah, Robin Williams' Genie, masterful. I couldn't stop thinking about how much Tarzan... Yeah, Tarzan would be, in real life, would be disgusting. He has matted hair. He doesn't shower. He would be way hairier than that guy, also. He would be disgusting. He'd just have his shit dangling all over the place. Unless that lady's into that. Yeah, Lion King is really good. That would be probably like my number 2 or 3 after Aladdin. Beauty and the Beast is really good. I think those are like that's why they called it the Disney Renaissance era, right? Aladdin, Lion King, Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast has that really delicious angst. Because Beast is so good at like, I don't know. He feels like a fucking fanfic character sometimes. He's like, the angst of it all. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you now. And then I think, wait, did I joke about this with you, Joe? Like, the one thing I think is unintentionally funny is his actual face reveal at the end, because they make such a big deal about like, like the lights around him and he gets lifted up and lights coming out of his toes. It's like weird shit. And then when he does the turnaround, when his back is to the camera and then he turns to reveal himself, it's underlit. So it actually makes him look scary. And there's a crescendo of the music where it's like, ah, and I always hear, when I hear the ah of the music, I feel like it's like, ah, because you're looking at that face immediately looking at you like, like it's just wide ass eyes. Oh my God. But overall, the movie is so fucking good. And it's so like, it's so over dramatic or melodramatic with the whole relationship thing, but it works so well. Although, just don't think about it too much, because then you get the questions about Stockholm syndrome and all other kind of weird shit where it's like, that does start fucking with it when you think a bit too hard about the scenario that is. He's kind of smooth, isn't he? I guess that's the era where everybody got laser. Yeah. Tarzan had not a bit of hair that wasn't already on his head. Like he was a super, like these guys, actually. Playing game with a friend, I'm lurking your stream. Why the fuck has it just been formed? I was just talking and I wanted to have something on this. Look, if you're just listening, then it doesn't matter what's happening in the screen. I could have it be my character's butt for all we know, right? Like, I could really just do this. Hold on. I guess this dude... Wow, is it so shiny? Like, he's got, like, pantyhose on. What is going on here? Anyway, so... Yeah, the horror lighting, right? Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Tangled. Oh, I forgot Tangled! Yeah, I feel like we almost have to, like... grade the 3D movies separately. He didn't tan in the crease? Wait, what crease? Oh, the little butt crease right there? Is that the lighting, though? Hold on. I can't tell. Yeah, maybe that is like a little crease. I mean, he's pretty brown. Oh no, they're still going. Is this gonna miss a line? Shit, hold on. I need to realign myself. No, wrong. There we go. Okay. Anyway, so, yeah, he's worked up a sweat. I'm surprised he doesn't have a wedgie from those pants. So yeah, Tangled is fucking amazing. I love Tangled. I think Tangled unintentionally hit every single, like, requirement I have for, like, a good animated movie. You have the hot love interest, because I think Flynn Rider, I don't know why. Flynn Rider checks every fucking box for me. I love Flynn Rider. Voice is great. The look is great. His personality and plot development, character development is great. Rapunzel herself is amazing. She's funny as hell because she's so, like, anxiety ridden. That bit where she leaves for the first time, and she's like, I did it. She's like, I did it. Like, it keeps cutting back and forth between her incredible highs and incredible lows. The music is really good. Like, it just looks fantastic. That's why I was so pissed at Frozen, because Frozen was like, hey, we're gonna take like 80% of the shit that you loved and just like slap a coat of catchy jingle that kids will never fucking stop singing. But the plot makes no fucking sense in Frozen to me, because they emphasize that whole thing about like, oh, don't jump to conclusions, don't do the status quo, whatever. And at the end result ends up actually kind of being status quo anyway. Just a different way. I don't know. Just the Tangled stories is so much. It's tight and perfect. It's like this butt. But like, it's obviously because Tangled took so many extra years, because I thought it was originally actually supposed to be a 2D movie, and they did so much reworking of it that at one point, what's his face? Glenn Keane, I think, was the director, and then he wasn't. It's one of those things where I guess like he's a god tier animator, but maybe not necessarily a god tier director. When he's doing his own stuff or his own keys, it's like, of course, it's amazing. But I feel like director skills or writing skills or whatever are not always like, they don't always go hand in hand with that kind of experience necessarily. It's a little dark. It has a little lighting here. Hold on a second. Here we go. I have a love-hate thing with Frozen. Honestly, it's one of the rare instances where I think the stage show is better. I never saw the stage show. Who did they have as the character? Well, I guess that would change per show, right? But like, I could see how it'd be better as a stage show. Oh, speaking of stage shows, I'm a little concerned about the Wicked movie, although the person they picked clearly can sing fucking amazingly for Elphaba. I'm just worried about the whole thing that happens whenever you take one of those kind of things and convert it to a movie. It's like, do some of these things still transition well? Are they going to change plot? Like, are certain relationships going to be different? But I don't know. I saw the first trailer, and I was like, well, it's not bad. There's a lot that could be altered, though, so it may or may not work well. I'm still willing to give it a shot, though. Sweeney Todd was pretty good. Was that Tim Burton, or was it just Johnny Depp? I can never tell, because half the time when Johnny Depp was in a thing, it was like a Tim Burton movie. Cynthia Erivo is a legit Broadway star. The cast is good. I'm worried about how it looks. Yeah, that was the other thing, because it's like, it seemed kind of CG heavy, right? A lot of these movies have this problem where they just assume like, hey, we could just throw a bunch of CG at it. But I think what we're seeing nowadays is that it's almost like a backslide of CG quality, where when you don't have a good thought process and care and design go into it, some of that CG looks like shit, you know, in current and new movies. Like, it's not just a shoe-in for, like, okay, this will make everything look better by having, like, a CG version of this character flying through the air or whatever. Like, it still needs to have the effort to make it look good. Yeah, Tim Burton directed Sweeney Todd. He and Johnny Depp were a pair. Oh, and his wife as well, because he puts her in everything. It was Tim Burton, I think, and he cut the main theme of Sweeney Todd, which was a bummer, but it was a decent adaptation. Did they just not have as many songs in it? I don't know if I've ever actually seen that Sweeney Todd. I've seen like bits, but not the whole thing all the way through. But yeah, the Disney stuff in general, I know everybody's really down on fucking Disney, but I'm still willing to give them shots on some things. I do think there's other things where it does seem like they don't know what like they're frantically trying to make a thing that people want, but then it's clear that they don't really understand what it is that people want in the process, which is unfortunate. Like the Star Wars stuff, without getting into spoilers, I actually got my husband to watch The Acolyte with me, and there were some parts we actually had discussions because we were like, okay, they're mentioning some stuff that they haven't really talked about before in Star Wars media, or at least it was like, you know, relegated to, you know, expanded universe shit or lore or whatever. It's like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But then on... like 2 minutes later, they have something else happen in there where it's like, oh, well, that sucks. I don't like that. So I do think it tried harder than, say, Obi-Wan, which only maybe the last like episode or two of Obi-Wan is actually worth watching, and if you've seen it, you know why. But still not really a success, and I'm not sure how you fix that at this point. Because even a new show in general, like that Goonies, the thing we talked about last stream, that show that looks like it's a Goonies mixed with Star Wars with the kids, it actually looks like it might be kind of fun. But people are just so naturally turned off instantaneously by anything that's announced that's Star Wars now. It's like you're fighting an uphill battle, really. Even if you have a different, unique idea, people's knee-jerk instinct is to already just hate it before it's even come out. Encanto was great. Encanto was good. Although I would say that I liked, if we're talking about that that era of, because that's Pixar, right? There is a time where the Disney and Pixar 3D movies kind of blurred together for me. I did like Coco more. Like if we're doing a tier list for those kinds of animated, like the pseudo Pixar or straight up Pixar animated movies, they kind of did that to themselves with Star Wars. Did they, though? They didn't have to, is the thing. Like, some of the stuff they initially had lined up that now does not exist, like Rogue Squadron and other stuff that was proposed, sounded like it should have been easy wins. Like, that would be awesome to see. But they always fall back on, like, we gotta have a Jedi. We gotta have some fucking lightsaber shit in there. And that's the thing that I'm always bummed about. That's why I was saying before, I am actually interested... and we will play it when it comes out. I'm interested in giving Star Wars... I was going to say Star Wars Galaxies. No, not that game. Star Wars Outlaws a chance, because I just so desperately want some Star Wars that doesn't instantaneously have a Jedi in it. And that is morally gray. You know, so you give me both of those things there. I'm willing to give it a shot to see if it's fun. Encanto's Disney. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why Coco was better for me. I don't know. Yeah, I got the timing. The timing is all good. They can reboot The Rescuers, so it's not... Are they going to reboot The Rescuers? You know what's funny? I don't know if The Rescuers was ever really that popular. The first movie was like, okay. But I don't know a lot of people that like will put it high up on a list. And the second one was really noteworthy only because they made a really big deal about how, wasn't that either the eagle was CG or like, there was some tech they did with that huge golden eagle that was like a really big deal at the time. The Rescuers Down Under. Hopefully me and my boy will win the stage. Oh, are you, wait, what are you, hold on, what were you playing? Playing a game with a friend. Rabbit and Steel. I don't even know what that is. Is that like a puzzle game? That sounds interesting though. Wish was a fucking disaster. I haven't seen that one yet. I was initially kind of not defensive, but I was like, give him a chance just because people were shitting on the style of it, which it looked like it was going for some like more simplistic style. So initially I was like, well, just, you know, just let it cook and see like if it's good. But apparently what a lot of people said was the problem was the plot. So it's like, okay, well, if the plot's a problem, you're not really salvaging that, you know. It's cool. It's like arcadey side scroller, but I'm playing with a friend online. Oh, that sounds fun. I haven't played like a good co-op game in a while, like that. Yeah. Maybe we should do a tier list sometime. Maybe if like the Final Fantasy 14 stuff goes light, like there's not as much stuff to do. Which maybe that's already happening now. We should do like some tier list evenings where we just get some things lined up and we just start like really going at it if people are interested in that kind of thing. I always enjoyed tier lists, honestly. Oh, Joe, I was gonna say, if you guys haven't, the rest of you guys haven't heard, Joe and I sometimes do little podcasty kind of streams where the last time we did that, it was, we went over Mass Effect 1 through 3, which you can actually find in the VODs and even on my YouTube channel, where we talked about the entirety of those games. I don't think we did that with Dragon Age, or am I mistaken? That might be something fun to do the closer we get to Veilguard, is reminisce for a few streams about the various Dragon Age games. Kind of similar to like what we did with the Mass Effect series, because that'll get my brain all revitalized and remembering all that shit before we jump into Veilguard. Because I'm not going to replay them. We already played them quite a bit. But it would be fun to discuss them again. The plot and the music were both unsalvageable. Really? Don't tell me it was like Lin-Manuel Miranda or some kind of shit about doing the Wish soundtrack. Who did the songs for Wish? Oh yeah, we did Final Fantasy VII. Yep. Did I do a... Hopefully, let me see if I should have done a VOD for that. That's got to be up there. I guess if it isn't, it's too bad, because too much time has passed, so it's probably dropped off the regular VODs. Yeah, we had a lot to say about Final Fantasy VII. Rebirth. What a series. That would have been an improvement. I don't know who the people were who did the songs. I also thought it was funny that they picked, was it Chris Pine was the bad guy for Wish? But visually it looked like they wanted him to be such a charming dude because his character design looked like they were trying to encapsulate like the Chris Pine-isms about like how he smiles and like how he just carries himself in general, whatever. And I was like, if this dude's an actual legit bad guy, it's probably gonna be hard for me to be like, oh, he's so evil. If they're trying to make him so visually like charming. But yeah, I do think when Disney makes stuff that's not a pre-existing myth or story, there's obviously more risk. Because it's like, Moana, maybe they got lucky with, in a sense, because the music was good, the story was good. Now they're probably gonna make too many sequels of that. But some of the other ones, like, you remember Black Cauldron? That, I think that famously almost ruined, like literally ruined Disney. Because that movie bombed so badly. The 80s was a rough time for Disney. And that's including their attempt, you know, with Tron and stuff, even though visually a masterpiece. But narratively, I don't know if people cared. Yeah, Black Cauldron was like, it was dark, it was gritty looking, but it had character designs that weren't necessarily as like cute and cuddly. Moana wasn't at it. No, it's not Pocahontas, because it's just a girl that wants to like explore, right? And it's Pocahontas, the whole... Oh God. I feel like Pocahontas is a guilty pleasure. Am I wrong? When you look at the movie with modern eyes, there's kind of a lot of problems with it. And that's putting it mildly. If we pretend that the actual person didn't, like, if we're distancing, yeah. Joe is like, are you serious with that face? No, Moana's its own story. If we pretend that the actual Pocahontas, like if we just separate the fact there was a real Pocahontas and she was very young and doesn't look anything like the one in the Disney movie that looks the same age as John Smith. Sure, it's got the whole star-crossed lovers thing. The music is really good. Character designs are nice. I think she looks gorgeous. And she's a character design they don't often do in a Disney movie. But the way they kind of are about as subtle and sophisticated with some of the themes as like taking a fucking ball peen hammer to somebody's head is just not, it's like, that doesn't age as well, right? But I still like watching it sometimes. The bigger problem I have is then even that hit the inevitable direct-to-video sequel shit. And it's like, it just starts watering it down even further with, now she goes to Europe and then actually ends up with this other guy. And then it's like, where's this story going at this point? What are we doing now? She's not even in the you know, her native homeland at this point. But I will say one of the unexpected direct-to-video sequels that was good was there was a Cinderella, of all things, there was a Cinderella sequel that I was like, why is this good? That involved time travel, which sounds like a fucking fanfic. I think it might be the third Cinderella movie, where one of them gets like a wand that they like undo events. Like they fuck with the time continuity. And change things up so like Cinderella never actually got the shoe or whatever. But it's so fucking interesting, and they do these things with these characters that they never did in the original that I was like, I'm actually very entertained. And this is one of the few direct-to-video movies that's, yes. Yeah, see, Joe gets it. It was so much better than it had any right to be. And then there's other sequels that are like guilty pleasures. Because like, for example, Mulan 2 kind of fucks up the ending to Mulan, because now they're kind of restarting like her worth, relatively speaking, in regards to like the nation and all whatever. But I love it because there's angst between her and Shang. And they actually have some semblance of a relationship, which they didn't even have time to get into in the first movie. So it's like, I like that movie on that premise alone of like, now we actually see what the hell happens when they have to be a couple, and does that work? And ultimately it works, but they go through some like tumultuous times. At one point thinking that he died. That shit was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. They had this part where they're fighting or they're running from somebody and they're on this rickety bridge, and the bridge gets, this is after Shang and Mulan have a serious fight, like a legitimate serious fight. They're fighting some people, they go on this rickety bridge, the bridge starts to collapse. It's just the two of them. She's trying to hold him up on the bridge, and then he says something to the effect like, I'm sorry. And they're like, you know, sorry in many ways for things, and he forces her to let him go, and then looks like he falls to his death, and she just fucking loses it. And I was like, that's so well animated right there. When it's like the Simpsons thing where like, if you pause right here, you can see the instant her heart breaks in two. Not to distract you from the 14 stream by something 14, but I think I hate Alpha. If you are in Realm Reborn, that is normal. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's intended. Yes. Sorry, yeah, God, I should probably stop soon. We've totally devolved where we're just talking about Disney everything, which is fine. I enjoy it, but I apologize if anybody went into this stream expecting 14 content that's not just squatting men for like 20 minutes. There is also a tiny Cornservant in the corner, which you can't see, but I can. Behind the chat. And then Mulan's sidekicks also got love interests. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that also seemed weird because they all worked out kind of great, their love interests, and meanwhile Mulan and Shang are just like the most unhappy people in that trip ever. Which is kind of funny. So Mulan 2, Cinderella 3, all the other direct-to-video movies kind of are balls. They're kind of terrible. Or they kind of start undoing all the goodwill that the original movie got, basically. He's a little snot rag who has done nothing in telling me what to do. Child, go find your sister and make a freaking sandcastle or something to make girls work. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and if you haven't done the Coils of Bahamut raid, you probably haven't even seen Alizé that much. Alizé's a little tough because the only time she really shows up in Realm Reborn is during the raid. Because that's her prominent, like, moment. You'll see her a lot more once you get into Heaven's Word onward, but, like, she's kind of not around a lot prior to that. I love Alizé, though. I have a fondness for Aladdin 3. Oh! Voiced by John Rhys-Davies, the dad. Yeah, it just looked like Aladdin if he was older and he had, like, graying temples. Yeah, it was okay. And they actually brought back Robin Williams for that one, didn't they? For Aladdin 3? He wasn't in 2, which was about Jafar the genie or something, right? I haven't seen her much at all, and I cannot do raids unless they're NPCs. I was gonna say, because everybody's so over-leveled now, if you really wanted to do the Coils raids, I'm not even sure what server you're on, but like, if you did a duty finder, or party finder, asking for people to help with the raids, and you have it unsynced, which means people could be whatever level they want, you could easily do it with like one other person. Now, you might not get the full sense of the fight because you'll melt the boss, but it's a good way, like if you just want to see what the story is for the raids, basically. They should add something, though, at a certain point that let you do older raids with NPCs. Like how they do it with dungeons. That would be great. Because I do feel bad for people that want to... I mean, it's valid to want to play this kind of as a single-player game because they're enabling people to play it mostly as a single-player game these days. But they need to start adding that slowly to older raids. Which I don't think would be that hard to do. What is tricky is some of the older raids have very specific mechanics, which maybe they have a hard time getting their little AI buddies to, like, properly do. But yeah, I don't know. It's worth doing, though, because the lore for the Bahamut stuff, I think, is one of the best plots, raid-wise. Because, like, Heaven's Word... I'm not spoiling anything, but the raid story for Heaven's Word is kind of detached from the main plot. But Coils of Bahamut deals directly with Bahamut and a lot of the events of things that led up to 2.0. So it's probably one of the more connected plots, like raid-wise. Also, because they suck, I can't subject anyone to who needs a person to help. No, people do that all the time. That's why I'm saying if you do a party finder, is Heaven's Word Warring Triad? Oh. Is that like post Heaven's Word, I think? I actually can't remember. But Warring Triad is also... that's Trials, right? I mean, like, raid, because Alexander is the raid, right? So, like, I don't know if it's technically a spoiler, but not really. That story for the raids kind of doesn't matter for the general overall 14 story, really. I mean, some elements of things that happen in it kind of are called back later, but Coils of Bahamut is much more pertinent to stuff happening. It also shows, like, the stuff that happened with Louis Soix and, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, around that time is when Warring Triad happened, and then, what was Stormblood? Oh, right, the Omega shit. That also kind of doesn't... I feel like both Stormblood and Heaven's Ward raids are very loosely connected. Like, again, there's overlapping things with the main plot, but it's not mandatory, I would say. But it's nice once you do that because there will be the inevitable little mini callbacks here and there to things that have happened. Not to mention, as kind of a reward for you doing all of the content, there's some cutscenes that will end up happening in Endwalker that you will access if you essentially met the people that you meet and do the things that you did in that optional content. So that's like the long-term benefit of doing those things. Anyway, so yeah. I'm gonna, right after I get off of the stream, I'm probably gonna watch Disney shit. I've had Disney Plus for I don't know how long, and I barely watched any of the Disney movies. I'm just always constantly trying to get people to watch Tron Uprising on there, and that's about it. But, which you should. You should watch it. I'm gonna be fucking marathoning that for myself once this new Tron movie comes out, just to kind of, like, make myself feel better. It'll probably just make me feel worse, because I'll remember that that's not the thing that they ended up going with. Yeah, Mulan too. Mulan, yeah, I'm probably gonna do that too. Fuck. What else? Yeah, the Lion King sequels are shit. Don't watch those. I think there's a Tarzan sequel, which is like, why? Why watch that? Same with the Atlantis one. New Tron movie, are they gonna get Daft? No! So you didn't hear about this? Okay. Daft Punk's not coming back. The director for Legacy, I forgot what his name is not coming back. The guy that played Tron is not coming back. Not that he didn't want to, they didn't ask him back. Instead of Daft Punk, it's going to be 9 Inch Nails. Yeah, Joe beat me to the punch. But Trent Reznor's done a bunch of soundtracks before. So I actually think this is a decent choice. If you couldn't have Daft Punk and you had to get some music group, that's probably a pretty good choice, honestly. The thing I can't stand is that Jared Leto is going to be a prominent figure in this goddamn movie. I'm just waiting for him to overact the shit out of it and make me just detest the movie as a whole. I also think it's really dumb to like, oh, we're switching it up. We're having digital beings come into the real world. I don't care about that. The whole fun of Tron is like, I'm repeating myself. I know I raged about this last stream, but the whole fun of the fucking series is having people going into the game. Do people not know like isekais or like fucking like, I don't know, not understand that concept? You want to go into the fake thing. You don't want the fake thing to come to you. It's not as good. But yeah, there's that. So what sucks is if the movie inevitably does bad, then that's almost the nail in the coffin for the entire franchise. It was already kind of the redheaded stepchild of like the Disney franchises. But they gave it a shot with Legacy, and it's like now, if this one sucks, they're probably gonna put it in fucking cold storage for a while. Forever. It's like when Agent Smith got out of the Matrix. Yeah! Actually, that's a good way of comparing it. Like, the stuff when they were in the real world and everybody's like, looks like they stink and they're wearing like homeless clothes and like, I don't know what the fuck that whole like, orgy party was. Like, all that stuff. In the real world. This is stupid. All the stuff in the fucking Matrix is the good shit. Like, you want that fish out of water story. You don't want it the reverse. So anyway, we'll see if it's any good. I don't know. I'm really skeptical. At best, it's a serviceable sequel. At worst, it's actually harms the franchise, because now that is like not a vestigial limb, it's like a new limb that's tacked on to all the rest of the body, and you can't do anything about it. Because it's not like they say it's an alternate reality or like even necessarily a reboot, because they have names like Dillinger and fucking Kevin Flynn and all this shit that existed in the previous ones. So, which also doesn't make sense, because Kevin Flynn definitely died at the end of Legacy, so Unless he's a new AI manifested old ass Jeff Bridges. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Anyway, I'm gonna talk in loops if I don't stop now. And we've unfortunately looked at people squatting for like a considerable amount of time, so I apologize. But yeah, I think that's probably a good ending point for tonight, where we go off on even crazier tangents. But I hope you guys enjoyed. The Cornservant quests were a lot of fun. I thought they were really funny. Very amused with Tiny Corn Man. The Moonfire Faire, I feel like previous years' Moonfire Fairs were a little bit more entertaining. This one wasn't bad, but it also was just over really quickly. Yeah, his long, gangly legs are going to be even more... Like, you actually see, like, if you look at his kneecaps... Oops. Got some decent muscle. Like, he's got the nice, lean, dense muscles going on there, actually. It's not too shabby. I love Ellison so much. Anyway. Yeah, so that's where we'll leave it for tonight. The quests were fun. Next Wednesday, we will get to do the melee role quests for Dawn Trail. Somebody was telling me in a previous stream that that's one of the better plot lines, apparently. So I'll be looking forward to that. So far, we've done the tank one and the caster one. I think we're leaving, because I don't know if I have the energy for it, the ranged one for like last, because I also think somebody said that one wasn't as good anyway, so we can leave that one on the back burner for a while. But yeah, next Wednesday we'll do the role quests for melee as my Reaper. And then of course our next actual stream, like in succession, will be Saturday, where we'll continue Cyberpunk 2077. We had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun on Monday's stream for 2077, so I'm looking forward to more Cyberpunk. I don't know how far through the game I am at this point. We certainly did a lot of main plot progression last stream, so there's no way it's as long as like a Dragon Age or something like that, right? I don't know. It certainly looks like there's a lot of side quests. I would also say if anyone listening has been watching those and they played Cyberpunk, if there's any particularly good side quests that you recommend that I do, just be sure to mention it to me, and I'll look those up, because there's so many side quests all over the place. I'm realistically not going to do all of them, but if there's some like, please don't miss this one because the story is really good or the reward is really good, definitely tell me about those. I mean, don't spoil me about them, but tell me, you know, like what the name is, where it's at, that sort of thing, and we'll try to hit those as we play. But yeah. In the meantime, thanks for the follows tonight. Snakesy Filthy Animal, Suffering I Am. Thanks again, Jen, for the resub. Very nice of you to do that. I appreciate that. Yeah. Hope you guys had a good time. Hope this helped you get through your week a little bit easier. Oh, hey Gigabyte, thank you for the follow. Been listening and lurking while working on Say They Like the Vibes. Thank you. I try to keep it a little laid back, a little nerdy, a lot nerdy, honestly, if you've been listening to the entire Disney discussion. But those are basically the vibes we got here. But yeah, we'll continue this fun Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific. Until then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and take care.